The city is under attack! Soldiers, rally to me!
Ready the siege engines. Let's raise this place to the ground.
Hold the gates! Their army won't stop until the battlements are awash with our blood!
Form ranks. Today we lay claim to the Conqueror's city. Stay sharp and leave none alive.
But our story will not end here. For your forefathers, for glory, and for all that you cherish, stand and defend this city!
There shall be no diplomacy.
No treaties.
No mercy.
We will have victory!
Or we will have death.
dear. Oh, baby, baby boy. Oh man, it feels so good. Ha! Woo! It sounds good, eh? Yeah, man, I'll tell you, it even smells good. Ooh. And the most importantly, you're all here. 我的可爱的兄弟们，中午 The world, the strategists all over the world, товарищи братюшки. Добро пожаловать, welcome, 欢迎. Because today, my brothers, today is the day! Oh yeah! We've been waiting for this day for so long! All this boring competitive gaming scene feeding us Dotas and Counter-Strike for all these years! I can't even stand that names. Man, I'm so pumped up right now. I can't even hear those names, you know? Conqueror's Blade. House Invitational Tournament Season 2 is upon us! This is not some cartoony little tournament in your Dota. It's not so simple, no man. No. 在这个游戏，就是最不可思议的、最厉害的人打的。Only the masterminds of all over the world. Only the strategists of top notch can participate in this tournament. And we're here to give you the total viewership, the total amazing, incredible bloodshed of people. 160 players gathered today for your joy tonight. Oh, my brother. That's gonna be so good. I can't even wait. Let's begin the tournament, baby! And breaking news, the world is on fire, coronavirus, nothing to do, we're all sitting home, so we're gonna have some tournament time. Oh, I can't wait to begin. So here, to introduce all the smallest details about this event, I have a guy. Look at him, so beautiful, so nice. I feel so much power within this body, so much intelligence. Well, basically, he's the developer of the game. His name is Lance, and he designs. You're a designer in the company,
I'm
games, right?
level designer. So you can always blame me about the level balance stuff, that kind of stuff.
So you are the guy who I should blame for all the artillery strikes put into the building and all these players hiding behind them, right?
Exactly.
You should have told me before that, We should have talked before the translation, man, because it actually changes something, This is balancing issues. Well, anyway, so Booming Games has introduced Conqueror's Blade not so long ago, but it's being actually quite successful game all over the world. You have servers in Asia, in the States, right, in Europe. So players from all over the world are playing your game, and actually I have even some friends in so many countries. I can't even recall all of them.
Yeah,
so
all over the world.
One of the principles that you put inside is that even though you're a Chinese company, you're trying to be international and global
Yep.
and multicultural. Is that
Multicultural
correct?
stuff. Yeah, we're gonna bring the most outstanding legion, outstanding map from all the cultures into the game, and trying to make that Middle Age battlefield alive.
So you basically already have implemented some Middle Eastern units,
yeah.
Mongolian units, right? Some
exactly.
European legions. What else was that? Chinese, of course.
Yeah, of course.
What are the future plans for those new legions to introduce?
Well, those new legion that I will say those things and I will put those things in very detail in the following days because we have a lot of new content for the new season, but I'm not going to say all the stuff today. So how about see what is this tournament is all about?
Yeah.
Do we want to see
So
that?
back
first?
to back to the tournament. Actually, I know that you've been working with Imba TV, the organizer of some biggest events around the globe with CS:GO.
Yep.
What were those? I don't watch Dota. Come on, Dota really? You want to play Dota, people? Get out from this stream, okay? Go play this Animal Reflexes game.
No.
Here's the place for strategists, okay? Be serious. All right.
Yep.
So, you got it, mate. So, Imba TV, they have organized CS:GO Major, International Invitational Tournament of Dota. I mean, this is a big company, eh?
Yeah, definitely. They
Yeah.
have a lot.
So who's cooler, biggest, and stronger? Your Booming Games or Imba TV?
I cannot answer that question. I
Yeah,
will just say
both of the
both of us are
them
great
are
company.
standing there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna be judged anyway. I love it.
Yep.
All right. So the tournament format. We have gathered 160 players, man. 160 players. You don't see that often. So many players participating in events like that. That's a huge amount. How did you manage to gather all these players? How did you define who is the man who's gonna join the fight and who is like, yeah, pussy whiny, and you stand and watch?
Oh, it basically works like this. So it's like we have territory wars in our game, and the most outstanding legion, most outstanding house that win the territory war in a season, who take over the hero's city, are able to join this kind of event, and we invite, we invite those houses that join us, and then we have the tournament. That's how it
For
works.
all of you awesome people who just joined and never saw Conqueror's Blade before, there is a Steam button, play for free. By the way, it's free, so you can download it, check it out. Basically, it's like a Mountain Blade online mixed with World of Tanks, Total War, and the awesomeness of my haircut. All right, so it's totally worth trying. You gotta give it a take. All right, so we have 8 teams. We have teams from Korea, from Taiwan, from Hong Kong, China, Japan, Vietnam.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Asian players are serious folk, don't you think? Eh?
Yeah, we take those tournaments very seriously. Let's introduce the team. How about let's see
Yeah.
how the team?
Yeah, bring me the
is
teams,
active.
come on.
So here's how the tournament works. Here's the group stage for today and the group stage for tomorrow. After that, we will have the semi-final and the whole final things going on. About the group stage, what do you say about the group stage?
Well, so we see here that today's schedule for now, we will have 6 games. Oh man, that's gonna be bloody.
Yep.
Bloody and spectacular. I love it. So we have teams from Korea competing against Thai team. So Team Korea versus Team Valorant. I believe that you are the guy who would introduce the team's name better. Товарищи, друзья, послушаем китайскую родную речь.
So let me introduce the teams. So the first game will happen between KR vs Warlab, and the second game will happen between 大母鹅 vs 瓦多林地骑士团. Third game is also KR vs 大母鹅, so it's group stage. So multiple different teams will against each other multiple different times, and the fourth will be Warlord vs 瓦多林地骑士团. Fifth, KR was 瓦多林地骑士团. Sixth, 大魔 was Warlam. So 3 teams in total, and they fight each other.
All right, so we have a lot of teams, and they are all separated into 2 groups.
Yep.
Today's stage is going to be for Group A, 6 games. Every game going to clash in best of 1 series. You win, oh, you're the man. You lose, well, best luck next time. You have to be prepared next time, all right? So Those teams are going to be participating in siege battles. Again, you have a hero, you manage the skills of the hero, and it's totally balanced for the tournament. So everyone are equal, no upgrades to units, no doctrines, no any elements of any like, and again, many people accuse you that you use some sneaky pay-to-win practices in your game. What can you say to that?
Oh, pay-to-win stuff? Here's the thing. We have a little bit of pay-to-win stuff, but that is not the main focus. You know, you're staring at me, but I'm not afraid because our main focus is to provide a fair and fun middle-age combat for all players. That can make you enjoy the game. I'm totally aware of that, and I will continue working on that. Yeah.
I love that, Lawrence. So,
Yeah.
no pay to win. From what I heard and what I actually purchased myself, because I'm a very busy guy, you know, it's very hard to be one of the most incredible living creatures on the earth, so I don't have much time to play. So actually, yeah, I bought that thing to boost my experience gain. It's like 30%, right?
Yeah.
But I brought a bag of cash to you here, so how much should I pay to be the best?
No, you can't do this. You can pay to grow faster, but you cannot pay to overcome the difficulty that you won't able to account before. So you can pay to grow faster, but you cannot pay
to grow faster.
to be a different
I
paper.
read that ad in some sneaky websites. I'm not going to be mentioning here.
And
My wife is watching.
by the way, in the new season, we have a lot of new content that is coming soon. That we are prepared for those things for a long time, for the past several months. Let's see the new trailer for the new season.
Oh yeah, that would be interesting. That was nice. I love how you actually directed the video. So, Lance, can you tell everyone what have we just saw, how it's called? What is the name of the season that you're about to release?
So here's the thing. The name of the new season is called The Blood of the Empire, The Fall and the Rest. It's all about that famous combat, that famous war back to those old times. You know what I'm talking about.
Well, I didn't study in school.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, the war that ended the Middle Age.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and the thing is, we put a lot of effort working in the level balance and all the interesting part to trying to make you guys to feel the fun of it.
So you've been working hard for the last several months with your team. You have quite huge amount of workers. How many developers? How big is the booming games, by the way?
We have like around 100 people working on the game.
But there is another company, what is the name of your partners?
Thunderfire. They're also
Thunderfire, right?
Yeah, Thunderfire.
So you actually developed the game in cooperation with Thunderfire,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
All right. So you've been guys very busy on that. So what new content have you been working on these days?
So in the past months, as a developer, we really focus on to make the game fun instead of just make the game look nice. So we really take into the detail of the balance on the battlefield. Like we do play the game and we are aware of what's happening in the game. So if a hero weapon pipe that will off the balance make the game off the table, we're definitely aware of that, and we're gonna change this. You know what I'm talking about, Guys,
Well,
guys, the hero type.
I can only guess. Like people complaining about anything. You give them apple, they will be complaining that it's not a pear. So, any clues? What are you gonna be
So
balancing?
it's a hero type, like doing this kind of stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Putting on your vest, or I don't know, trying to
no.
figure out how
It's
to
like
do a
I'm-
bubble gum.
I'm aiming. See, I'm aiming.
All right, I got it. It's a bow, right?
Yeah, it's Lambo Hero. Lambo Hero, you know that?
That
Yeah.
was difficult.
Yeah, Lambo Hero.
guess.
Lambo Hero game. Sometimes it will go crazy with the damage because we have like multiple different damage multiplier. One thing that we're going to change in the new season is we're gonna make the Lambo Heroes more balanced and more interesting to play. Like we're going to add 2 new things to make it a change.
So, what do you think about the bow? Is it not powerful enough, or it's just too awesome and too brutal for the players?
It will be too powerful in certain situation. For example, with damage multiplier, like you are in the high ground and you are shooting a headshot, and you got a critical hit. Those multiplier add together will make the damage crazy.
So you admit your game is bugged?
No.
It's been bugged all this time.
No.
They don't kill
It's
me
not
because
a
of the bug.
It's a feature. It's a feature. So
Okay.
with that, we add a new feature
Alright.
to balance that. We
feature.
add a cap. Add that.
Electronic Arts always says it's a feature.
The damage multiplier now won't be stacked up together as like 6 times from its basic damage. So all the damage multiplier applies only up to 2.5
All right, so you're
times.
basically gonna apply only 1 damage multiplier to bow damage, right?
It's like you can still trigger 3 different type of damage
yeah.
multiplier, but there's a cap, there's a ceiling that you cannot reach above or over the ceiling. You can only get there, so it's not overpowered. And one more thing that we add into the bow is like from now on, all the skill and all the attack that you use cost you stamina, need charge to
So
do that.
it's gonna cost you stamina to
Yep.
just use an auto attack with a bow.
Yes, and we definitely will take
So I'm gonna be catching all these people who are shooting. They have no stamina to run. And
Well, here's the thing. When you use your stamina and charging the longbow attack, the longer time you charge, the powerful the attack will be.
Okay.
So the basic damage will be improved before the old version.
from your personal experience, come on, I need some licks. So if I use quick attacks with my bow, is that more effective than using long attacks, powerful attacks? So what brings more DPS? I wanna be the man, you know. I wanna be shooting and killing everyone. So should I use quick draws or long draws?
That really depends on the situation. Like if you feel
In my situation, look at me. In my situation,
then I will recommend you always use the full charge, because full charge will deal a lot of more damage than non-charge
see,
attack.
we're already teaching you how to play the game. You haven't heard anything, but you've almost better than most of them, you know, who are not here. So you are following this stream. You're becoming like the next Napoleon. Trust me. We're gonna explain all the strategies, all the smallest aspects about the game. So you're gonna be the man, you know.
Yep.
Just get ready. So, Lance, back to your developing process. Are there any other buffs or debuffs, nerfs that you are going to introduce with the season 3?
Yeah. One thing that we do is because we kind of nerf the longbow heroes, and we want to bring some not OP weapon type back to the tournament stage. One weapon type that we always love is the no touchy weapon type.
Wait. What about the touch?
No touch.
No touch. Yeah, tell me more. This is my class.
Yeah, no touch class is a really popular class, but their problem is they are missing a little bit armor piercing.
You just don't know how to build on that. I'll teach you later. Okay, come on, bring it on.
The thing is now the power enough, and so we're bringing it up. We're bringing it up, and we're making it more powerful and more interesting. It's not only about the balance. We want to make it fun. We make it fun by adding 2 new buff and one new mechanic into the.
So
Nodachi
you're
hero.
buffing
We're
Nodachi.
buffing. We're buffing
For
Nodachi.
me.
Yes, exactly, man. You will love the new
I like
Nodachi
like,
weapon type. in
remember
new
when I
season.
told you about that thing that you messed up with artillery shooting into the buildings? I forgive you.
No.
Like, thank you for Nodachi.
yeah.
Oh man, that's so good. All right.
Yep.
So tell us about the mechanics for Nodachi. How are they gonna work?
Okay, so the Notachi hero weapon type in the new season will get a new buff to replace the old buff. The new buff is called the Blurred Sting. Once you skill hit enemy, you will get 1 or 2 Blood Sting. Blood Sting will provide you 3% of life stealing
Okay,
ability
you heal on
permanently.
attacks. Okay,
Permanently, you know what? Permanently. It's not like used to be like last for 6 seconds. Permanently, and you can stack that blood sting up to 5 times. 5 stack will convert that blood sting into a stage called Blood Rage. In the Blood Rage stage, you will get like 25% of life stealing and armor percent damage ability. So that make the no-touch heroes are more common in the combat than can against those heavy armored units. So you can enjoy the new no-touch heroes.
Finally, I can enjoy match with 15 Nodachi players in one team against 15 Nodachi players in another team.
We'll definitely keep an eye
Thank you,
on
Lance.
how the adjustment goes, and we will change the little value things later. We'll definitely keep on track on that.
All right, man.
And
So, what are the other notes about the upcoming season that you can share with us?
I mean, I got a lot of things to say, but the thing is, here today is the tournament day, and Warlord is
Absolutely.
like, they cannot wait no more. So let's go into the game and see how the tournament, how the champions, how the Warlord. Yeah, let's see.
All right, so we have our teams gathered, organized. So, blue team is Team Valorant. From this fault are from Thailand, as I remember. So we have 15 players from both sides, and Team Korea. Oh man, the whole Korea is here. 15 people. That's so all the players, they are level 41. So it's totally balanced, totally even, right?
Yeah.
No one has an advantage.
Yeah, no one have the advantage, and in fact, all the player has like level of 100. That 41 is like a new season level increase stuff. So all of them have like 700 of leadership, and weapons are all the same and all good, but no reduction at all. So
All right.
they can choose freely.
And what about the troops? Like they, all the players are able to choose any troops that they like, but they are still limited to what is it? Leadership points, right? Only 700 leadership points. So you cannot spam elite units only. You still need to bring some low tier units, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So no limits are still there, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good. We'll see it balanced. So the match has begun. Here is the new map that you introduced not so long ago. Is that correct?
Yeah. Oh, in fact, it is a classic map that we are always keep on tracking, and this one was like going through the map shifting stuff a long time before, and now we're bringing it back, and it's always a classic map that player always like.
You sound proud about that.
Yeah, it's kind of
Hey,
similar,
you
yeah.
probably did some design there, eh?
Yeah, a little bit.
So, okay. So, tell us about the gameplay, how this tournament is going to be organized. So, one team is attacking, and we, as I know, we rolled the dice, and it was a random luck for one team, or unluck.
Yeah.
Who's going to be defending, who's going to be attacking. They only will play once, is that correct?
Yes, for the group stage. For group stage, they only play one game, best of one.
All right. So we need to find the best. So what about the weapons of choice? You see there, like, take a quick look. We have what weapon types, and what can you say about that?
The weapon type, I will say that the blue team, which I will say that the defender team will take a little bit of advantage.
I
Let's see
saw
how
it
the
like
game goes.
more balanced. They had
Yep.
more variety in their weapons. So here the match begins. For all of you who just joined, we're gonna be looking at this match from the perspective of different players. Here is the side of attackers. Their goal is to capture the points that are lying within the walls of that city. They may use artillery to break the defenses of defending team. The goal of the defending team is wait until the timer runs out and not to let the sieging team to capture the points and get more time to advance within the city. So here the players are organizing, they are putting their forces into defensive positions. I can see some heavy infantry over there, those
The Iron Reaper. There.
Iron Reapers. Oh man, like this is probably the strongest infantry unit in the game, right?
Yes, they are.
But many people complaining about how
Like they are
powerful
slow. Oh, they are powerful. Yeah, they do. They are powerful, indeed. But they also have their weakness. Their weakness is they are very slow. They're very slow. So when they are against the range units, then the things will.
So
be-
what is the best way to deal with heavy infantry like Iron Reapers in this game?
I will say there are two kind of. There are two ways to against. One is that you can use the master.
Oh, excuse me. We just saw like one of the towers was destroyed by our defending side. And actually looking at the mini-map, you see that the attacking team is actually spread their forces all over the city wall. So they're actually not trying to concentrate on one part of the wall, but they're trying to probably do some scouting to see what is going on the walls because the sight is limited. They're kept gathering some information and figure out from where to climb the walls. And defending party now is actually very crucial to communicate between each other, between the lieutenants. Every player has one squadron of troops, one unit that their command, so they have to be controlling their abilities, attacking abilities, blocking, dodging, but besides that they also need to position their units, use their units' abilities to be as effective as possible. Now we see that now the Spearman of blue team has climbed out and Iron Reapers. Oh man, this is just, this is so beautiful, I'm loving it, yes! Kill them all! Get out from that wall!
There are two
That's the
teams of.
spirit.
Yeah. Oh, watch out! Watch out! The
Oh,
turtle
yeah,
cat.
that was a bait! How? That was one
They
of the
see that. They see that. They sell that.
They
They
immediately
does that.
Yeah, they reacted immediately. So that was a bait. They actually, blue team, the attacking team, has intentionally sacrificed one of the low-tier units to put it just to be destroyed by the Iron Reapers, and they took the gamble by using one of their artillery strikes, which is limited in use. Each player in attacking team can use it only once. So they tried to snipe one of the most defenders, but those are not as simple, eh?
Yes. They see the blind. They
Do
saw
you
that.
think it's some random? It's a tournament! You have to be prepared for thinking 3 moves ahead!
All of those guys are the most good, most great players of the game. Now,
But we still need to see players from other regions in other tournaments. So let's just stick to this particular tournament. All right, so here are some artillery pieces are placed on the ground, on the lower ground from attacking team. I remind everyone who actually haven't played for some time that each player can place, deploy artillery piece of their selves in any position of the map. That actually helps to negate some advantages for attacking or defending team if they take some strong position. You
中路
place
工程
a
塔
cannon
正被推进，工程塔正被
it
推
looks so
进
good。in all the blood. Do you have a lot of blood in the scene yet? I want to see some blood.
I believe there might be, and I don't know. I'm not going to say that.
Oh, I can see the chat is just going like Korea, Korea, let's go Korea.
The Korea
Yeah,
team are really
the chat is
powerful.
cheering for Korea. See.
They are always be the well-trained team in all the tournament. I know. And they prepare for this tournament for a lot. They train a lot in overturning the server.
All right, but actually, what we're seeing here that the team has actually is struggling to advance to the walls or through the gate.
Yeah.
You see that it's been already 4 minutes, and we need to give the credit to the defending team because they are defending their city really well.
And the attacker, they really want their city tower can reach 4 because that will open a new path.
Yeah.
But
Okay, you can see 3 players are trying to get through the gate, and they're now running. They found the opportunity. They're trying to capture A. So they've been spreading, and they're rushing forward. 4 players are actually heading straight to the next point. They're trying to get the supply point there, where they could hire new units. So actually, probably that was a part of the plan to just wait for a good opportunity. And now we see, only now seeing the defenders are reacting. So now the clash of the pike units, they're very powerful if they're not targeting artillery. Oh, charging right in front of the pikes. Oh man, but now they got a very good position, attacking from behind, dealing some damage. Heroes are trying to crash and destroy those units. That drops through. Some units on the top of them actually, is that mortars?
Oh, that's the counting guy. Those counting guys, the counter of the new season, the S2 season. Those.
Yeah, I haven't used them yet, but I can see them.
Those units will change the battlefield
like they're doing now, right?
Like,
They're doing now.
Yeah.
So now the opposing team of the attackers is actually able to clean up this mess to crush all the remaining forces of the attacking team. And now they're rotating to the gate, I believe.
Yep.
So
around
point B almost was captured, but it is fine now. So now we would love to see some other parts of the map, please. Production team, show us what is going on, please.
Yeah. Oh, that's A.
All right, so one. Okay. Oh, yeah. We can see ultimate of Dagger player. This is really powerful. Oh man, yeah, he sniped. That was nice. And you see how players actually positioning their fight scenes. They're not trying to they could be shot. They put them on the side.
Behind this one.
Yeah. So actually that gates that is so we have shield. All right, so a lot of troops are actually mustering the walls. We see that some musketeers, arquebusers, I don't know, like what unit is that? It's hard to see. But basically, all these powder units in the game, they are very good at close combat. They destroy armor very easily, and you see that these ladders being put on the wall. Another trebuchet strike going to nowhere. Actually, I really love how defenders are reacting to those artillery strikes. They are just moving immediately. So now you see that the shield wielder hero is trying to catch one of the heroes who climb. Lol player being knocked out, and the shield. Oh, another trebuchet is coming. Can we see the big hits? Big strikes! Oh yes, this is what we wanted to see, mate. Yeah, some damage being done. Another
one. Really good combo. Really good combo. And the city tower has reached the wall.
Finally, they actually brought enough of chaos. Your game's engine is called Chaos, right?
Yeah, Chaos engine.
So yeah, this is actually something. This is controlled chaos that we're spectating now during this match. It may look chaotic if you play Counter-Strike. You only have this gun. Mom, I did 5 frags today, Mom. That one was so good. Then, of course, you don't understand what's going on here, but then, there is a lot of strategy, communication, and thinking put into this positioning, into these strategies, tactics that we organize. 15 players are communicating in TeamSpeak with all this software. They are talking to each other, they're giving commands, they have officers. We're going to discuss these aspects of the game later, but this is just mind-blowing experiences for me as a strategy gamer. Finally to see a competitive game of this scale. All right.
Now will be the time that the whole thing change. Now the blue team that will come out with a lot of units that will trying to attack this A point, and all they can do. But they kind of fail. They kind of failed, and they can't now get to capture the point A. What about the other stage, the other part of the battlefield? Oh, they are not going to take the A point. because there are lots of cannons built by the defender team. They are just not going to capture the wall. They are not able to stand on the wall because of the range weapon, the range attack.
All right, every player has limited amount of troops that they can bring. So they have 700 points of leadership. Leadership is the resource that you spend for buying units. Better units cost more leadership. Low-tier units who die fast and don't have damage, they are cheap. So some cheapest units may cost 40 leadership. More expensive ones may cost 350 leadership, right? So you are limited in your resources. So you cannot just throw all the units on the walls into just thinking that we're gonna grind through. You have to be tactical and
You have
strategic
to
about
use
it.
your unit smart. You have
Yeah.
to use that smart.
Yeah.
Use that with your tactics.
So this is why it's very crucial to have artillery, because artillery is basically a free way
Yep.
of dealing damage to resources that are being depleted of the opposing team, right?
Yeah, and also in the tournament mode, that you are only limited to build one artillery for each player, each game. So it's not like a no limited stuff. So you also need to use your artillery very wisely.
Yeah, we want to see some action, and come on, show us what's going on in the
Yeah,
walls. Yes. So here are the bikes they are actually defending, and I can feel like the attackers team is actually losing too many, and they are just being. You see, we can see the fight is behind the walls already. So actually, the defenders are attacking now and capturing.
And I think the game is end, and the defender team.
Yeah, they just
wins
crushed
the
them.
game.
Actually,
So-
that
so-
was really decisive
Yeah, yeah,
victory
yeah.
there, man.
Yeah. So the camera could the camera shot us?
Yeah,
because the game
we-
is at end. The game is end.
Yeah.
The game is end, and the
Hey,
thing is
Jessica,
over.
fire that director! I need the best!
Come back to cast. All right.
All right, man. So
Yeah.
that was a decisive victory, eh?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we have now our first game finished.
Yep.
And so what are your thoughts about what we just saw?
I would say like maybe for this map, the life balance stuff is a little bit off the table because I feel a little bit for that game. The defender is kind of like overpowered. It's kind of like you always can destroy the siege weapon before it reaches the wall. So
Yeah, actually, the thing is,
Yep.
very often you're trying to destroy these approaching towers to your walls, but you don't have enough firepower. You don't have artillery. So you have to actually set it and deploy your own artillery piece.
Yes.
And then communicate together to precisely destroy only one tower. But many players, they actually make that mistake of just attacking everything that they see.
yes.
So then all the towers come very easily in front, and it's easy capture of the wall for the attackers. So here actually the communication that defenders had was quite nice, but I totally loved how the attackers broke through the gate.
Yeah, remember that rush in the middle?
that was
in middle
really
door?
good, man.
Yeah, that one almost got there because they are rushing to the supply point.
I can
But-
I can even imagine the faces of the players when they're like, no,
They're
we're
really
ready.
into it.
No, we're going now. Come on, attack! Yeah, we're inside. I would love to see their faces. They was excited. I bet that I wouldn't want to see their faces now after losing a game because, man, it's not the best experience. But they fought well. They had their own good moments. And this is only the beginning of the tournament. They'll have 2 more games.
Yeah, they will have 2 more games.
Each team is going to play once against each other. We have 6 games. We have 8 teams. So, man, we have a lot of stuff to see today, aren't
yes,
we? The only thing that I would say that I want this game be specifically developed personally for me, and I want to be commanding all the units and all the players.
Yeah,
Can we do that?
that will be a real-time strategy game, man. It's like I really got you feeling like maybe one day that will be a mode of us like our game, but it's not for now. It's like I got your feeling because I know that you feel good, you feel great about control all the stuff, but also you see that the game that we just sell, a lot of different players, each of them control their own units. There are a lot of synergy between
Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah. A lot of communication, and organizing. You know, like what
That's the
actually
beautiful
amazes
thing.
me the most?
Yeah.
How people organize these teams because
15
this,
was 15.
Yeah, 20 people. They have 5 substitutes in
Yeah.
each team. So 20 people organize together. They train together. Can you imagine that? You can't even make your sister cook for you. But these people in that game, they organized 20 people to train together. You see?
That's the beautiful thing.
Yeah,
that's
that's
that
something
really makes
to
the
learn.
game different. I mean,
All right, man. So, what is the next match that we've got? I see we have we have 2 teams.
Yep.
It's gonna be 大母
Yep.
and 瓦多令气气士团.
yes, 瓦多
I
林地
destroyed
骑
the
士团
name. haven't I?
No, you didn't. You are doing a really great job.
呀，
瓦
我的中
多林地骑
文还可以
士团
吧？是不是？
Yeah, yeah. 真的可以，真的可以，
真的可以。
真的可以。
兄弟啊，
Great point. Okay.
Yeah.
So the
All
thing
right.
is,
So, you know anything about the participants for the next match?
I only know a little bit about the 大母 team because I was actually in that house secretly.
Okay.
So, you know what? Because we play the game, man. We play the game, man. We
So
as
you-
developer, we do play the game, and we
So-
do sometimes join the players, and we see how the things goes, and we see how the player play the game. We have to know the players so that we can make a better game.
So the team already has a man right here.
No. Oh, the thing is, Damu is like a really huge house, like 100 people in the Asia server.
Yeah.
That I was just the one come guy in there. I'm not in the team because otherwise I won't be sitting here to say things. It's like I was in during the game. I was in their.
So
little
you're gonna
house.
be definitely rooting for your ex-mates, right?
Yeah,
Yeah?
I will do that. I will definitely do
All
that.
right,
I love
then that is my job.
them.
This is my job to support the opposing team.
Yeah.
So, how long does it takes for the players to organize for this game? How much time we've got? Maybe we could discuss some stuff about the upcoming season.
Yeah. I prepare a lot of stuff.
You
One stuff
prepared a
that
lot
I
of this stuff.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
do have a lot of stuff.
I like to have a lot.
Yeah, but one stuff that I haven't say is we also did the hero weapon change to the Polyaxe weapon. The Polyaxe weapon.
Poleaxe, right?
Polyaxe weapon. Yeah.
Yeah, what about it?
Polyaxe weapon, we did a small change, not a huge change, to one of its skill. You remember the skill that is like this thing? It will.
No, I remember skill just like this.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
those are the
like
powerful
this.
stuff. The thing of the Poleaxe weapon is like a lot of his skill are way more powerful. So all the players choose the same skills over and over again. That didn't add any variety into the game, so then make the game add fun. So one thing is like we will power up, we will buff the unused skill, the lower power skill, and make that fun and make that usable.
So the builds are gonna be more diverse now than they used to
That's
be.
our goal.
Because
That's our goal.
yeah. People
yeah.
like exploiting,
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah. The thing.
You sneaky ones, right? You find the best thing, and you go, "Oh, it was the best." You don't want that thing for losers, right? You just want to be the top, right? So we have received the message from the satellite that all the stuff being organized,
Okay.
and the next match is about to begin, baby.
Yep. Yeah. Let's
Come
see
on,
some.
bring it to me. I want to see it. I want to see it. Come on, bring it to me.
Yeah. Let's see some VCR.
so you're still there, eh? I see some people asking, where's the start? Where's the start? You missed the half, you know? You have to be on time. You have to organize. Come on, some self-discipline for the... come on, my friend. So, Korea has gotten the win from the first game.
Yep.
They crushed, actually. Let's name it. We're not here for being nice, right?
Yeah.
They just destroyed them.
Yep.
That was a spectacular game. So we're about to go to the next match between Team Damu.
Yeah, Damu
And-
was 瓦多林地骑士团。
Oh yeah, baby.
Yeah, very
Для всех тех, кто только к нам присоединился, ребятушки, сегодня это просто праздник всех любителей стратегий. Так что мы будем объяснять все на непонятном английском и китайском языке. Но вы, я надеюсь, будете хотя бы фолловить и смотреть, что здесь происходит. Будем общаться и держаться на связи, дорогие друзья. Alright, so the teams have already been prepared. So what are you expecting from Damu since you've been one of the members in that clan? Do you have any expectations about their tactics, their strategy for this game?
I personally want to see their rush tactics because my experience and because I knew them, I think they might play some beautiful rush tactic on the map. Like they will find a time space, sneak into the walls, sneak and climbing the ladders and get it on.
So instead of the strategy that we saw during the last game between Team Valorant, Thailand, and Korea, when attackers tried to push their siege towers, the Damu gonna be actually using different approach and trying to climb with ladders, right?
Yeah, ladders. Yeah, because the thing is that like the siege tower are too obvious. Like if you only set up your strategy around the siege tower, when the siege tower is destroyed, you lost your time, you lost your patience and all the things that you prepare for that. So you can have the B plan, and if you play the B plan very carefully in some map, like for example the Harbor City that map, the later strategy could be the winner strategy.
Yeah, totally. Actually, many games being lost because of putting too much intimidation about how my tower is going to approach the walls.
Yep.
So actually, if we are comparing ladders and towers, like what are the actual advantages of using tower over the ladders?
Well, the good thing about the city tower is when the city tower will reach the wall. We have the game start.
All right, so
the Harbor City.
So the map, it's a different map, right?
Yep.
We have a random map for each series.
Yep.
Okay, so attacking team is
Damu.
Damu. All right, maybe we could increase the sound a bit, the game sound.
Yeah,
How do you think?
The game volume is a little low.
Yeah.
Could we
Could we?
bump it up?
可以声音游戏的声音大一点吗？
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes.
All right, so now we're seeing the defending side, Taiwanese company. Yes, they are trying to destroy the approaching tower from the left, and here comes the first artillery trebuchet strike to those artillery pieces on the wall. Well, I don't know. Is that a valid thing?
Yes,
usually,
because in this particular map, those trebuchets are aiming for the artillery that was deployed on the wall at that spot. So in the beginning, for attackers, use 1 or 2 trebuchet attack strike to destroy those artillery. You see that cannon?
Yeah.
Destroy those are really valuable.
But from what I remember while playing, basically attackers also have some artillery pieces in the beginning of the game, some cannons sitting there. So why not to use those cannons?
Because those are too slow, and you have a possibility that you miss the shot. But you miss the shot, you know that will lose time. And in this kind of game, time is everything. Because you only have 10 minutes for, 12 minutes for the attacker to capture.
Different maps have different time limits, right?
Yeah,
you
exactly.
try to balance and see.
I did a lot of level balance about the time and all the stuff, like capture point and things like that.
So you're the guy who we need to thank or to blame.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
I'm taking my responsibility, man. I really take it.
Okay, man.
Oh,
so
see that later?
This is what is going on. Damu you, right? They're attacking.
Yeah, yeah. They are
So
attacking.
they are bringing some shield, these like
The
tower
tower shield,
shield,
man.
the
Yeah.
tower shield spears.
Yep.
So I see some javelins there on.
Yep.
Actually, javelins is one of my favorite units because they are very versatile on the gameplay. Like you can use them in close combat. Some units can charge, but they also have attack that you can aim. It's really fun unit to play. So
Yep.
okay. So now we see the attacking forces building into a formation, shield wall formation and turtle formation, and they're approach
side wall.
the gate, right?
The side gate, yeah, the
Yeah.
side gate. The side gate is one main feature of this map, of this harbor city stage map.
Okay, so they have destroyed the gate, and there is Rotten Riders, one of the
look
elite
that,
units.
man,
Oh.
that's beautiful.
Oh man, that they were expecting that. So big shots are landing on the attackers,
Yep.
but their units are actually capable of withstanding a lot of damage. But
Yep.
even though there was shield bearers, they decide to retreat immediately.
Yep.
So yeah, very well done, eh? This
Very well
far,
done,
so.
because the defender predict that they will attack the side gate, and they deployed a cannon before they broke the door. So that's the strategy. That's the kind of thing that we are hoping
Yeah.
to see in the tournament, because both of the team take the game very seriously.
All right, you can see that the attacking team, they are now trying to advance on the right flank.
Yep.
You can see that on the map, on the mini map from the right.
Yep.
By the way, is there a feature to increase the size of the mini map there?
Yes, I believe.
Can we do that?
Yeah,
I think that
I
that would
remember-
give us more data.
Maybe the Jiahao key.
Maybe Leo could help us with that to increase the size of the mini map.
加号 key，对，小地图加号 key，就按加号 key。
All right,
increase
so
the map.
oh man, so your home, your Damuyu clan has actually managed to do something that the previous contestant couldn't. They actually brought the siege tower to the wall. So what is the next move? You see that they put pikes to the entrance of the siege tower. They don't want
They're
anyone.
looking for a chance. They're looking for a chance because there are
Did
javelins.
you see that?
Yeah,
The javelins actually saw that move. They saw that the units in front of the tower
They're
don't wield
blocking the
any
way.
shields.
They're blocking the way.
Yeah, and actually, but they actually use javelins to damage those units without
yeah,
ranged
yeah.
defense. That was a smart move.
Yeah, really
I actually really like how defending team now doing. I think, wow, that's actually
They really know
spectacular.
the map.
Yeah. So they're waiting. So I believe that a good mortar strike coming to the wall. Now Trebuchet strike is following, but the opposing team, actually defenders from Taiwan, are reacting, rotating, moving. But they are actually going to get outnumbered on this section of the wall because a lot of stuff is going on in the middle of the map, in this section of the map where the attackers are actually trying to break through. There is only one crossbowman unit with shields. They're rapidly retreating because they're going to be crushed, and one of the glaive heroes, oh man, nice counter. Nice counter. So actually that wants some time for the unit to retreat, and some good damage been dealt. By the way, just to
in the
remember,
capture point. They're in the capture point.
yeah, they're actually capturing that one. Oh man, that's good, and they're setting up their defense. It's very organized.
Oh,
Shield
yeah,
units
see
in
that.
front. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
That's the beauty that I said before. You know, synergy. Synergy between different players.
It's not a game for a single player. You have to actually strategize with all the team members. Yeah, maybe some squads of 3-4 players. So this is what we're seeing now. So another Trebuchet strike is coming. The Iron Reapers are actually now being on the field, and they've been attacked by artillery. And artillery, as far as I know, actually does friendly fire, the Trebuchet.
Yeah, they do. They do use Trebuchet sometimes, by accident to deal friendly damage to.
Oh man, that's
Yeah,
it. That is a bloodshed. Oh yes, bring it. Kill them all.
Yeah.
Rip them apart. Oh.
Almost there.
Man,
See the A capture point?
Oh,
They
yeah.
almost got to the A point.
Yeah, that
but
was really close.
Yeah, that
really
was really
dire,
close.
dire try. Nicely done. So what have we got? We've got actually the balance of power. That would be nice to see the balance of power on the observers mode when you can see how many troops are left for both teams.
Yeah.
Then
So
we
if-
could actually see the decisions that they're
Yeah.
making.
So if you are pressing type, 如果你按 type 键 you can see the balance and the numbers of troops for each team.
Okay, yeah.
with the red
So
time.
another guys on Twitch, thank you very much for your feedbacks. We've been actually very appreciating that. So first thing, the colors for teams, if they're switching, we're gonna fix that. I promise you that. We're gonna talk to the devs. So the next thing that the question from Black Burley, right? To Burley. So back to Burley about switching sides. This is only the group stage for the first round. So today and tomorrow it's best of one, but each team plays once against each other, and it's a random pick. But when we get to the semifinals, I promise you, people will have 2 rounds, and both teams are gonna be switching sides. So no worry about that.
Yep.
And your feedback is totally accepted. We're gonna discuss that, maybe adjust the format of the next tournament. Thank you very much for that.
In fact, we're gonna fix that in the next match. The next match, the color won't mess up anymore.
Okay, about the color.
Yeah.
That's great. So what is going on right now here? I can see that Damu, they have already climbed the walls, but they are struggling with capturing the points. But this is the chance. This is they actually
got
are
that, they
using.
got that.
Yeah, they've got. And actually, you know what is just insane is that it's been only like 3-4 minutes left, and they captured the point with the basic units.
Yep.
Like 他们用了最便宜的步兵，最便宜的东西就出了到他们那边。
Yep. And here is the time for how both teams manipulate and apply their next strategy.
Yeah,
Like,
I bet that some players who are watching this now, they play some strategy games,
Yep.
like StarCraft, Total War, whatever you're playing. You need to manage where you send your elite units, where you send your cheap units. Sometimes you cannot just throw everything all together, right?
yeah, you cannot have everything.
Yeah,
you
you
need
have to
make the
manage
decision.
positioning and making very crucial decisions.
Well, see those artillery, those are modern.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they are deploying those things for the supply point at this point.
All right,
So
so
yep.
actually Damu Yu now trying to fortify these stairs to the city wall,
Yep.
and the Taiwanese team is actually trying to organize their defense. I see another more deployed there. Shield units. I don't know why they choose so many shield units. They are expecting a lot of musketeers, a lot of bows shooting at them.
Yeah,
Like-
but for the defenders, tower shield unit are great for consuming the time of
Oh yeah,
attackers.
they're very tanky. So
Yeah.
it's not about dealing the damage, but about
they
winning
build up
time,
the
right?
line.
And again, we see these mortars, we see these power
cannon guys.
powder cannons, right?
Cannon
Hand
cannons.
cannons, right?
Yeah.
So I believe that would be a nice idea to have 1 or 2 supportive archer units
Yep.
somewhere running in the city and sniping these mortars, because they're very, very good at dealing damage, but
they
they
are
cannot
weak.
withstand any damage,
Yes,
right?
yes. Their weakness is their body are weak.
Yeah,
their
yeah,
body
yeah.
are not as strong as the
So
tower
this
shield
is one of
unit.
the things. So now the attacking team has captured the next point, and they are advancing through the city at this moment. We
Yep.
can see that the fight is being going on now within the city, and actually, man, they're dealing a lot of damage. You see the shield wielding unit, the hero there with
Yep.
the buckler and the curved sword.
And the
Oh, man,
Imperial
he's
pick guard. The
almost as
Imperial
good
pick
as I
guard
am.
are great at this time because they can use their advanced skill to break the line.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm just crawling to see some big shots sent into that crowd.
Yeah.
So now cavalry, we see the cavalry now being used within the walls. How would you comment this decision? Like, is cavalry still effective in
Yep.
siege battles?
Yeah, especially this cavalry. This cavalry, they have really heavy armor and they are good in the melee combat, not only for the charge.
右侧
So
帮我，
they're still good
右
at.
侧帮我，哎呀，
Yeah, so we hear some communications, some disappointed replics from players.
Yeah. That was really.
Yeah, it's very tense. They see that it's 5 minutes and they are actually losing their city. But the amount of resources that attackers have lost, it's actually also something to take count on, to remember. So these spike units, they're holding this small passage, and now actually they're trying to approach from another side and take them into a pocket. So now they're flanking the attackers. Oh man, that's a beautiful move over there. And artillery strike is coming, only to find milk. Nothing. almost no damage done. And now we see the defenders been left here in this section of the map, and they have to regroup now. They're trying to capture this supply point where they could heal their units, maybe muster new units, change the units they're commanding. So yeah, and here, longbow units trying to catch the musket one, the handgun guy. Another Nadachi player trying, but yeah, man, you need to show some moves. Come on, you've got the gun. You see what? Gun never saves you.
Yep.
Time
countdown is
the
on-
ancient one.
Yep. The time countdown comes to like 4 minutes left. So there will be like 1 or 2 last fight, and that will be the game. So let's see how 2 teams prepare for the last fight.
All right, so
Oh,
here we
see.
hear the scoreboard. We can see how much damage.
We
The
can
most
see
important,
there
how
are
many
there are
troops left.
Yeah, there are 600 units for the blue team and 700 units for the red team. So they are still in balance.
But yeah, again, the count of units is not something to rely on too much because the quality of units is
Yeah,
different.
yeah.
So
That's
like
the thing.
100 low tier units, they look good on the screen, like 100. But you bring higher tier units, only 15 of them, and they would probably not kill them, but be more effective than half of those.
Yep. So that's one thing that we'll definitely need to improve in the later of the maybe next tournament, because
All
we're
right,
gonna
yeah. So
improve the
who
UI.
has scored most skills this far? I see the guy with that curved bow, curved sword buckler player for Da Mu killed 2
Yep.
heroes, 42 troops.
There's like a 5 kill
No
guy
death.
in that mode.
Oh, I like it. He's playing safe.
Yep.
Cold-blooded killer. Nice one.
Yep. And the game is almost come to end because there are like the defending team are doing really great job.
Yeah, and how about matchmaking in the game? We see Twitch is actually discussing that at this moment, and Addressay. So he's saying that he's asking when the matchmaking is going to be introduced to the game. Like, I mean, it's probably some ranked matchmaking, right?
Yeah, there will be a range matchmaking, definitely.
Can you
We're
tell
working on that.
when I get old?
Oh, that's the thing that I won't say, man.
Oh.
I'm just telling you, we are working on that. And we are aware that all players need that.
Интриги, расследование. Заинтриговал чертяка. All right, so what is going on now here? We see the attackers actually regrouping. They are retreating to their supply points, but only to find out that they're losing time. They only have 2 minutes, so they are actually now trying to recruit new units to heal the existing ones, and they need to regroup and get back to those walls, behind those walls, and push to the last point of the enemy team. You see some clashes there in the middle of the map.
Yep.
2 defenders over there. 2 attackers, excuse me. And actually, I believe that they are now trying to save their lives, judging by the arrows on their icons. All right, so only 19 seconds left. And Damu, are they gonna manage to capture this city? Is there a leader? Is there a killer there in their team? Is there gonna be a decisive move? All right, we see some clashes there. The curve. Yeah, he has
Yeah.
plans. He has fallen. I like him so much. He has fallen.
The thing is, when defender are really getting the game, they control the map, they control the game, and they will
I
just
can now see defenders killing attackers
Yeah.
in their camp.
that's the kind of the thing that we want to fix.
You want to fix that?
It's like because they are defender.
So what?
And they can't. They can't
Why?
find the
If they are winning the
outside
fight,
of they're outside of the wall, outside of the
So what?
the city.
and
They are supposed to be in the
no,
city.
you don't do that to strategy game, okay? You
Oh.
don't simplify.
Yeah.
The whole point is that you can counterattack, you can destroy supply lines. Wait, people, I'm going to explain the developer how I see the balance, all right? There are 2 supply points, and you can capture them to slow down the attackers from resupplying. So why would you limit these tactical options just sitting there like a duck Wouldn't that be just more boring?
I still like the part that they kill all the enemies and they go out and kill out attackers. But the thing is, when they killed most of them,
Here we've got it.
Yeah, here we got it.
So can we actually take a look at the scores?
The scores?
Yeah. Can we organize that?
we can see
Yeah,
the
team stats. Can we get back to the team stats?
Yeah, the team
I
stats.
see
yeah,
the numbers.
Yeah.
All right, so
The team on the left is 瓦多林地骑士团。
okay. So the colors being switching. So
Yeah, the
this is
color
Taiwanese team, right?
Yep.
They won. Is that correct? They have defended the city, and the attackers are red.
大母鹅。
Yes, they are red. So the red team has fallen. They weren't being able to capture the city. So yeah, man, there are a lot of good stats for the top players in both teams. And yeah, this is the feature that I love the most about the game. Can we see the game, the time lapse, how troops being falling like by minutes?
Yeah, we can
Judging by the-
we can scroll the bar.
Yeah, can we do
at
that?
the bottom? Yeah,
Like to see where most
the
fights
little
being
dot
happening?
The little dot on the leave battle button. 16 minutes. That dot you can scroll that left or right.
Yeah. So here we can judge and see where most troops have fallen, right? And where heroes died. So basically, in the beginning of the game, we can see that most of attackers being dying. So this blue graph shows us how many. Oh, yeah. This is the thing. Yeah. Can we go back to the beginning and slowly like scroll?
Спасибо, братюнь, ты просто незаменим.
So yeah, so here is on the 6-minute mark, we had this clash on the top near point A, and suddenly, actually, the attacker swapped to rotated to the right. It's too quickly. Next time, you got to do this slowly. Yeah. So, the main plan for the attackers first was to rush to the city wall on the top to point A. Then they realized that they are losing too many troops. They rotated to the right part of the wall. They actually sustained some casualties, but they also killed a lot of troops. So the red are defenders. So after that, they were able to rotate and capture the A. Then they fortified on the ladder. I think that was probably the plan. You can see some clashes on the left part, on the top part of the map with some fallen, but I think it's more like just to diverse your strategy, maybe just to make the opponent to rotate there and spend some unnecessary resources. So yeah, actually that would be nice next time to maybe when we have all the players on sound to discuss their plans and how they organize these ideas.
Well, that will be cool, but that also will be a chaos because we have like 30 players.
Your engine called chaos, okay? It's your thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So.
Oh, baby, that was hot, you know?
Yeah, that was.
It's like minus 50 in this room, but I'm sweating already.
Yeah, because that
I don't know how can you wear this. I have titanium leather suit brought me from different planet. You know, totally controlling the temperature over here.
Yeah.
How you manage that?
That's my superpower, man.
Yeah.
You don't know that? You don't know that?
You never know what to expect from Chinese in these sunglasses.
Yeah. The thing of the last game, the really beautiful thing that captured me is you remember that moment, the attacker trying to capture the point A. The first time they almost got there. They almost got the
that was a close one.
Yeah, that was really beautiful. Because the triple gate attack, the combo, and when they are standing there, how they build up the tower shield, how they synergy with each other.
Yeah, actually, you know, like what I really admire about these players and how quickly they can organize the positioning of their units. You can see that they're working probably in groups of 3. Most of the time.
That's the most common strategy.
Yeah. Because then you can diversify the units that you bring. One is just tanking damage with shield units. Now I take a position with my handguns. You go do and drink some
and
Coke.
that kind of thing are the things exactly happened back into the history. Because back to the history in the Middle Age, all the units in one troop, they have their own responsibility and they have to synergy with each other. They have to, tower shoot up and the musket man shoot. They have to do those kind of things.
I'm more
so
into
we
this.
are trying to make that Middle Age battlefield alive. there, and we're trying to make the player feel that.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit unlike the barbaric approach of European tribes. You just grow big muscles and you kill them all, you know. Thinking, strategizing.
Oh, we can.
We give birth to more babies. We feed them with bread and beer.
Yeah.
They grow muscles and bellies, and they crush them all.
We do have a.
This is what we do in Europe.
barbarian.
Yeah. All right, so the next match is gonna be taking place between baby.
Again.
I'm anticipating this one, Mike, because now we're gonna have the winner of the first game, Team Korea from guess from where?
From China. From China.
No, Team Korea. Guess from where?
Team Korea was Damu. What does it say?
Now we're gonna have Team Korea, and Team Korea is from
Korea. Oh yeah, I got it. I got the joke. Now I got the joke. Yeah, I got it.
Whew, exciting.
Yeah, pardon me.
All right, so Team Korea against Damu.
Yep.
So Damu actually lost a game right now.
Yeah.
So oh man,
for them,
they gotta be really psychologically stable there, you know? They're sitting like this now, like.
Yeah.
不是我的错，是他的错。这个不是都怪你。
Yeah. But they have to forget the last game because they need to prepare for the next game for now. You know, you have to learn something from the past.
Yeah. You can't be this Dota-like player, right?
Man.
You didn't carry my team. You killed my career. I'm gonna delete the game.
No.
Can we delete the game now?
No. You don't do that.
For one of the teams, because I bet I'm gambling tonight, so I already can we fix the game by the way?
No, man.
All right.
What is that?
I gotta risk again.
Yep.
Okay, so Team Korea is gonna be clashing against Damu. Damu gotta actually gather all the power of their mental strength, maybe rethink their strategy, maybe hope that they're gonna be taking the position that is more comfortable to them in this match, because every map in this group stage is random. And I gotta say that this tournament, what amazes me a lot is that the skins of the units, are they all excluded from the tournament? I didn't see any fancy outwear on the units.
Yeah. In the tournament server, we do give them a special account. In that special account, you have access to all the units, all the weapons, but not all the skins. Because,
all right.
Yeah.
So
because we don't want to mess up the look of
because no one could say what unit is that, what unit is this, right?
Yeah.
Are you planning on adding some icons for different types of units? You know, like in other games when you don't need to actually visually recognize the unit, but you see the icon. Okay, I know the type of the unit.
Yeah, I think we already have some kind of a unit icon in the game, but they're not always enough.
Not
so
that
that's one
informative,
thing,
right?
Yeah, that's one thing we need to improve in later of the game.
All right. 我感觉今天我们有好多人看我们在中国。
Yeah.
你是一个中国的兄弟，你有没有一句两句话想给我们最不可思议的兄弟们说一下？
那我就说了啊。
We can stand up.
Yeah. 我跟 stand up.
We're gonna be addressing China right now.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. The thing is.
You come here.
Come here. The thing is.
Do we need to play Chinese national anthem?
I don't usually do this. Yep. The thing is.
中文。
Yep. 已经知道是 bug 了，再改了，一定会做好的，再改了。好 ，OK.
China is proud of you.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. I'm sorry to all the Korean viewers. I don't support any of that. I didn't want to be the part of this. There is a gun just pointed to my head. I'm not taking sides, all right? I love Korea. I love China.
I know you love
all right?
racing.
No taking sides. I only bet. All right. So, by this tournament, while we're going to be going through the matches, there are going to be different rules for semifinals. What can you tell us about semifinals?
The semifinal will be a little bit different against the group stage because the semifinal will be like best of 3 if I guess correctly. So they will play the same map, but first time you are the attacker, the next game, then you switch side. So in that way, we can see more balance of the map, and you can really decide which one is the best team by playing the same map twice, and each, once you are attacker the second time.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
So actually, if you would be participating in this tournament today, what kind of strategy would you choose for attacking side? Because we see that twice attackers actually weren't able to capture the city. So what do you think was lacking there?
You know what? Now I'm really want to leak something that we never told before.
Whoa! Stop it! Leak
Yeah, you know what? We used to participate this, not this one, the one before this, the last tournament. We used to be there. We try hard into the game and we're trying to win the tournament, but we fail in the first round. We play Harbor City and we are the defender and we try to defend the wall. That was a joke. We are not trying to defend the wall. We are playing Harbor City and we go outside and we're trying to kill them out of it.
All
we have
right,
next game.
so we have the next game right upon us. So the attacking team is team
the attacking
China,
team
right? With
Damwoo. Yeah, again, they are
and
attackers.
Koreans are attacking. So actually, it means that now finally Chinese team has probably some people can consider that it as an advantage, right? Defending.
Yeah.
I see that the strategy of these teams actually rely a lot of finding good defending positions. So we'll see if they're going to capitalize on that. So there is another
same strategy,
same strategy, destroying the artillery on the walls.
Yep.
I personally am not a big fan of that strategy because I think that trebuchet can be used to destroy units on the walls later, and you can just do precisely sniping the artillery pieces on the walls. So, but yeah, it's their choice.
Yeah. The thing is, that's one thing that I want to improve to this specific map, because that kind of strategy is like housekeeping. Like you play this map, you have to, as attacker, to use trebuchet to kill those artillery in the beginning, and you have to do that. That is like housekeeping, and you're doing the homework over and over again. That's boring. So we are trying to make some fun about the randomness into the map, maybe in the future. Like you have pre-deployed artillery in the map, but their precision will be different for each game. That will make the game more fun.
Yeah, but actually, mate, you see, am I mistaken here, or some of the attackers have already climbed the wall and they are actually now positioning their handgunners on the wall?
Sure, I'm not
Man,
sure.
I think it's just
the
being
color
going
switch?
pretty quickly, mate.
I'm not sure, is the color switch messed up again?
No, the defenders now are red.
Defender are
yeah,
red.
so they're sitting on the wall, and the attackers actually went through the gate and now trying to capture the wall from behind. They put these fire cards to deal some damage to lightly armored units.
those
So
kind of
now, yes,
guys.
gunners. Oh man, these handguns, they're dangerous. Really, you need some archers to snipe these people, because if you let them out,
Yeah. They're
If you
taking
don't
over
control
this
them.
place. Yeah, they're taking over this place.
yeah, man, that's just incredible. So they gotta be sniped down. Now the handgunners here on the wall from the defending side are actually cleaning the site, and there is nothing much left on these parts. So yeah, good job on the defending side.
That's one really great defending position for this map.
Yeah.
It's behind the wall, the thing there. Like
Yeah.
you can place all your range units at there and without be starting from the trebuchet. That was a really good position.
Yeah. All right. So so what is the plan for the attackers? They're trying to push another siege
Siege
tower
map,
to the
yeah.
wall, but defenders are reacting with attacking with their artillery, trying to deal some damage to the tower. And I like how he actually engages, and then he tries to, I don't know, expecting. Did he just expect that someone is shooting at him? He just disengaged. Okay,
Oh.
both siege towers are out. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, the plan of this is like they see those siege towers are advancing, and then defenders are deploying the artillery against those siege towers. See that little cannon? They deploy that. It's not like a pre-deployed map siege map artillery. They
Yeah.
they deploy that as a part of their strategy.
Yeah. So actually, I can feel like the attacking team, the Team Korea, is actually now waiting for a good opportunity. They're regrouping. They know that they failed that big attack, that big push through the gate to the tower, to the stairs. And now they're regrouping and they're trying to push new towers. So let's try to read their plan. On the left flank, they're actually using ladders to climb up the wall, and they're leaving the right flank mostly unoccupied with basically 3 heroes commanding these units. They're still putting a lot of effort into moving these towers. They probably hope that there are going to be not enough artillery shelling of these towers.
Because the artillery of defender will spend out their armor.
Yeah. So we have 8.5 minutes left. We have 2 mall units, 2 mall heroes. Another trebuchet strike tried to anticipate what defenders were going to be doing. Tower is going down again. Oh man, this is actually very, very challenging just to just push that tower without losing it.
Yeah, the thing is like this. If you don't come up a new plan, that will be a slow death for the attackers. You have to do something. You have to find out a new plan. Beside the siege weapon, beside the siege tower, you have to come up a B plan.
Yeah.
So let's say the side door, maybe.
Yeah. So actually, now the attackers have climbed the wall, haven't they? And they are trying to reposition over there.
Not sure about that.
I just saw some blue Iron Reapers with Musketeers over there. Probably these color switch. You guys gotta fix it immediately.
We're gonna fix that.
Yeah. How long do you think it may take?
It's like the thing is, if the OB account get into the red side, that will be instantly fixed for the next
We
game.
need to deliver the best experience that we can, right? So let's
yep.
try to. And you people on Twitch, if you have any wishes, any advices, because we are doing this for you, you just let us know what tweaks would you like to see during this turn, because this is actually, let's say, a tournament that is for organizing stuff. So we'll see a lot of battles and we want to see some feedback. So we really appreciate what you have to say.
Yeah, it's like an experiment that I really want to see more feedback.
You like experimenting on people, eh?
No, I mean, we want feedback.
So you're a maniac.
I
like you more and more.
We want feedback and we want to improve our games more and more. So
yeah. By the way, nice point that we have from viewers that we need some camera, free moving camera, not just on points. Can we roam the
we can
around the map? Really?
We can use the free camera button there to move with camera freely, so you can see different.
Should we try that for the next match? How do you think?
Yeah.
If we
can even use that in this match. You just click X.
Jessica, I told you to fire the camera guy already. Why is he still there? Get out from there!
It's like if you press X key, then you can switch into the free camera mode, or you can click the free camera button. So you will get into there.
Oh man, this is actually not an easy game for attackers here again, because the time is running out. It's 6 minutes mark already passed. And they are now dealing some damage with trebuchet to those units who standing on the stairs. But would that be enough? I mean, they are running out of options, running out of time, and defenders are very well organized over there. Let's see if that would be enough. We see some lower tier units falling, and the colors of defenders are blue now, as we can see. And one of the attackers is actually roaming within the city walls, probably trying to do some rapid ambush attacks. I'm not sure if they've got the troops running with them, but that would be nice. So now I can actually see the picture. Oh, people.
Yeah.
It's coming, baby. It's coming. You've been waiting for it, and it's coming. They're giving it to you. Oh, yeah. Right flank, baby.
Yep.
This is the moment of truth. They have organized this army of total badass warriors, strategists. They're here to conquer. They're here to claim this wall, man.
Yeah, and the defender, they are run out of artillery. That's one reason that they're all one siege tower down. What about the other one? The other one is almost.
And you see how many cannons are placed.
Oh, they still
So
have.
what do you have to say as a person who actually balances the game? What do you have to say to how difficult it is to use a tower as an attacker? And you see, they just place cannons in the right moment and they snipe all the towers.
The only thing that I'm thinking now in my mind is I want to nerf those cannon and power up the Sage Tower. a
Or
little bit.
increase the hit points of the
Yeah,
towers.
yeah. Buff the Sage Tower or maybe do a little bit more mechanics for the Sage Tower because those cannons are way too powerful. Or a little bit.
You know what
for now.
what I'm thinking now is that the attacking forces. I haven't seen much cavalry from them, but the
Yeah.
gate is open. Maybe one of the options there would be actually to
They want to
push
have a rush.
through rush through
Yeah.
the gate
they
and
want to
try
have a
to
rush.
get one of the camps maybe. But actually, the time is running out. They
They
really
only have
really
3
need.
minutes left.
Yeah, they really need this point A. Just
They have to success
Yeah.
with this single strike.
Yeah.
If that
Yeah.
fail,
They
game's
won't have
over.
enough time.
Yeah.
And there is a charge from the pikemen. One of the skills for some pikemen units is frontal charge, and it's really powerful. You know, it's almost as powerful as that thing that happened to me 2 days ago. I'm not going to disclosure about that, but so we only have 3 minutes left. The last attack, if they're gonna fail with that. So what we are spectating here, the defenders are trying to attack the incoming forces from the side. They are actually not trying to just be sitting on the walls, but they are also counter-attacking, which is, I find it a damn good strategy. Some cavalry also now being used, but yes, Iron Reapers are there, and Iron Reapers are doing their job. The only thing that is probably was well anticipated by the attackers is that they put these musketeers in the passage, gate passage, so they dealt a lot of damage to Iron Reapers. And this is actually the point. You use a lot of powder troops against heavily armored Iron Reapers, and you just destroy them to dirt. I don't know, like maybe
here's a chance. Here's a chance. Here's a chance for the
yeah,
attacker.
2 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. They have a lot of tower shield
And the charge from Iron Reapers is coming. Baby! Oh, we'll see some blood splat. Oh, yeah. Here is the job. How the job's done. 2 units dead. Now, the crossbowman and the cannon in your head. You see that? A cannon.
yes, it does.
This is the move. This is how you do that. You gotta have
And-
balls to do that.
And the
Cannonballs.
defender already knew that. They protect that. Again, they use another artillery back there, and they're trying to get this cannon off from the table.
Oh man, I don't know. It's going back and forth, and no one has actually been dominant on this point. Like the pikemen slowly advancing, the pikemen from the defenders, red team advancing, the maul hero is trying, the longsword hero is trying actually to buff and heal the units around him, but there is almost nothing left. And I believe that this may be the chance to prolong the game for the attackers. They have some dominant position, even forcing one of the maul wielders to jump inside and sacrifice himself to the dual dagger unit, the hero, and both defenders has fallen. And ladies and gentlemen,
40 seconds.
I feel it's gonna be actually the chance if only more suicide squads would not come from the defenders. Oh man, oh baby. Whew, my heart.
So close.
Let me hold your hand. I feel so overexcited. I had.
It's like almost there.
Hold my hand.
Almost there.
20 seconds.
No, they're
Lance,
losing that.
what
They're
is
losing
going
that.
on?
They're losing that because the Iron Reaper and the
Lance,
Tower
I don't want to
Shield
see
man-
that. What's going on?
Oh,
Tell me.
man.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
man.
open my. I'm gonna close my eyes. I don't want to see that.
Oh gosh.
What is there?
8 seconds. 5
What's
seconds.
going on? Has
4
the cavalry arrived? Has the cavalry arrived? No, the paratroopers.
Oh no,
Tanks.
they lost that. That was so close. Whoa. Could we see the post? The team stats?
I almost ended how my grandmother did.
Man, that was a really good game, man. That was really close.
That was close. All right.
was
So
very
what do we see here? Can you comment on that? I'm still shocked.
Shall we see the post-battle analysis? Or
Maybe you could comment on the weapons that teams chose. Maybe we could find some relations between what weapons teams choose for attacking side and defending side.
I think one important choose is the long shield, long sword and shield weapon that can make defenders a lot more powerful with the Iron Reaper and the Tower Shield guys. That can make it contain longer and battle in the front line longer, so that the defender can have more time to consume and more time to to fight back the attacker's attack.
All right, like Team Korea, and they actually chosen to go with more close combat dealing damage weapons like Maul that you introduced during the previous season. This weapon, it's very good. Has good armor piercing capabilities, right?
They are great damage dealer and they are great disabler, so they can control the units, control heroes, and make them die. Oh.
All right, let's see the time lapse. How the battle been going from the first
we
minute.
See a big peak on the 2 minutes. Let's see what happened on 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Yeah, we can go to the first minute and see how it was growing.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right. So here, basically, the attackers have chosen that strategy to climb from the left side of the wall, right?
Yeah, they are
but they
climbing
lost
ladders.
a lot of troops. You see that the attackers that lost so much
90.
more units there. It was like they gathered, but they've been surrounded and destroyed over there.
That was a huge.
Yeah, that was one of the decisive defeats over there that actually caused them a lot. So here we have 1 minute for units to.
They are preparing for the next big thing.
To regroup.
Yep.
And now 2 minutes, there is another clash on the behind the wall this time, right?
Yeah, if I remember that correctly.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, it's like attackers, they always wanted their siege towers to reach the wall, but the defender never let them to do that. It's like back and forth, And at around the 9 minutes, like attackers think, oh no, we have to do this.
Yeah, but this fight on 10 minutes mark.
Yeah.
It was actually, that what is funny is that almost all these big fights happened exactly on like 0 second mark.
Yeah.
Like you see, like 10, it's been growing. The peak is always like 2 minutes, then 5 minutes, then 10 minutes.
I'm not sure. Is that like
what sorcery is that?
I'm
what
not
black magic are you running here?
Man, then that may just be the UI display thing, man.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that, but that's definitely one thing that we can improve in later of the game.
Yeah. Can we have some background music when we're going to be having conversation? Because many viewers are saying that it would be much better to listen to our ugly voice when there is some low background music. A lot of people say that.
Could we get the background music in the game and
like not the game, but when we're discussing stuff?
Yeah,
Can
sure.
we do that?
Could we play the music that in the beginning of the show?
Yeah. Can I have, by the way, have some champagne and oysters and bigger hotel room?
No, man. Where are you, man?
All right. I know. I pushed too far. Crash 3, I'm going to inquire about that. Thank you very much for asking. If we could do that in lower resolution and FPS, I believe that that is going to be addressed tonight after the stream.
What happened?
People, what do you think? What have you? Yeah, what have you seen? What are your thoughts about this thing, Twitch community? What do you think about what you have seen this far? Like defenders, no one has actually beaten. Like you become the defender. You're like, it's like fighting for your motherland. I don't know if there is the motivation that they have. Like I stand for my lady. I stand for my unborn child, and for the bank that I robbed, and I keep all the money there in my house. Like, why do they win all the time?
The defender are getting a little bit advantage for now. I will, to be honest, to say that, because you know what? Because when we build those maps, they are like city, they're siege map, and we have the 15 versus 15, and they have the defender have the wall, have the whole structure of the city, and they are supposed to have some kind of advantage. The thing that we against that for attacker, we make the siege weapon, we make the siege tower, we make the triple K, and we balance.
Yeah, so you are
on
actually
each other.
trying to balance this defensive position
Yeah.
with giving trebuchets.
Yeah, but that thing is not easy. That thing is not
Yeah,
easy.
yeah, yeah. And actually, there is a question growing, you know.
Uh-huh.
I already know how you're going to answer it.
Yep.
It's not for the disclosure, you know. But still, environmental destruction. When are we going to be able to destroy the buildings? When?
I will give you two answers.
Oh, that's better than the previous one.
Yeah. The thing is, we already have environmental destruction in the game. We can see a lot of like house being destroyed, wall being destroyed, but not like a huge part of it. It's just a small part of it being destroyed. We cannot break the bottom part of all the wall because that will make the city no longer a city. So it's like if you use triple K, destroy the whole city, then you are just
Yeah, it's like if the defenders are attacking at the supply camps of the attackers, they are no longer defenders anymore.
Yeah. It's like you just go there and you play like you play like on the normal ground. It's no longer a castle there.
You know, life is a relative thing. One day you're a defender, another day you're an attacker.
I
And
knew.
it's
I
back
knew.
and forth.
Yeah, I knew. So another thing that I will answer you the second question about it. We have the environment, the destruction in the game, and we also have some we call the dynamic destruction in the game.
Yeah.
You know the map we call the White Elk City, the Wild Elk Castle,
What is the Chinese name of that map?
白鹿关.
Bailuguan.
Yeah, 白鹿关.
Never heard of it.
No, there
played
are
it.
two destructible wall in the map. One in left, one in right. We have the new game begin.
All right, so the next match is going to be between two teams, which are Valorant and
Was
our-
瓦德林地骑士团.
Taiwanese team, right?
Yep.
And actually, Taiwanese team has lost the previous game against.
No,
they've
won.
won
They won.
against.
They are the
Dynamo.
winner of the night.
How about the sounds? I can't hear the game sound. I
Yeah.
can't hear any background music. I
Yeah,
only can hear my beautiful voice that I enjoy so much. But
Yeah,
I think
y-
it's too much.
Is there anything that we can do with the sound?
And by the way, camera, we promised some freely moving camera.
With free move camera, you can press X. Press X
Yeah,
key
maybe
to
we could do something. I'm gonna take the control in this area, right? And actually, hey, Lent, we're gonna assign a new operator. Jessica has fired that one. Well, I only had to hire the guy because he was starving, but that's all right. Sacrifice you do for the progress, like that industrial revolution in England 500 years ago, right? Someone's gonna complain, but the world's gonna be better. All right, so we see the attacking team now doing the same thing. They're trying to push the tower from the beginning, sacrificing the tower in a very early stage of the game. Both of them have fallen, and now they have to wait for the cooldown to actually go up. And some cannons being placed on the wall. Oh man, we have the free moving camera. One of the options, like, do you have the option to change the speed of how fast the camera is moving?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah,
we can.
so
But
totally, that's cool. So we're gonna be improving from each game from one game to another game, right?
yeah. We're definitely doing the iteration during the game development.
And again, this is thanks to our viewers, people. We appreciate that so much for all the advices that you've been giving, and please keep on going. You're awesome.
Yeah, the thing is, we're not afraid of like you guys have found the bug of the game. Once you found those, you tell us, and we fix that. We improve the game together. We developer and you guys gamer. We're together.
Yeah, actually, like one of the things that I totally love about your booming games, right, and Thunderfire, is that you are not only concentrating on Chinese history, on Chinese stylistic, but you are bringing a lot of units from different areas around the globe. So even if you're from Middle East, you're from Europe, you're from some countries in Asia, you can always apply your culture to that game, and you can feel like, wow, this is from my country's history.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
like sooner or later, hopefully, you'll add more and more countries, and it would be like a multinational medieval experience.
Yeah,
That
that's our hope. That's our
Yeah,
goal.
yeah.
We are hoping to make middle-age battlefield alive, and you can really feel it.
yeah.
That's our goal.
All right, so actually this far on the strategical map that is actually very tiny. I wish we could have bigger mini-map because it helps, or more movements, because most of the time we are just staring at the buildings, right? So what is going on here is that the attackers are trying to force the engagement on the right flank. They are actually getting to the supply camp that is in 124 meters, people. And they are trying to put their ladders there and climb up the walls. So they are waiting. They have three pike units waiting for their moment. Some handguns actually placing their shots to the incoming siege tower.
Yep.
Oh man, this is a bad day for siege towers.
Yeah, mini-map increased.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
large.
treat. That's a treat, man. That's amazing. Thank you very much for that. All right, so another siege tower has fallen. We have an operator. Okay, that's good. Jessica, good job hiring the new operator. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So, and actually, yeah, it kind of concerns me that attackers in all these games. 不要告诉别人，他们不对用的弓箭手，为什么？我也不知道为什么他们不用弓箭手。Like, what makes me wonder a bit is that the attackers during this series, they don't use bow units this much. But actually, based on what we're seeing now, there are
use gun
in
there.
this game they could use some help from arrows, right?
Yeah. I think their plan is they are using gunner doing the combat outside of the wall. Once they are get into or get on the wall, they will use the ranger to shoot arrows and pull those arrows into.
Oh,
the
there
wall.
is some stuff going on, some action, baby. We've been waiting for it. So now they're climbing up the walls, and there is some good treatment waiting for them there. So we have 5 units, 5 heroes, 6 heroes from the attacking side climbing the walls. They're using Iron Reapers to destroy the defending troops. Their crossbowmen are dealing some damage, landing some shots. And wow, man, the defenders are actually realizing that they cannot defend this area because they would be shot in the back while standing there on the stairs. So they decided to retreat. And I don't know, it's kind of interesting what's going to happen next. So some sword-wielding units with shields, artillery strikes to the point. I don't know if that was a good decision, Lance, like to place the defending units in the middle of this A point.
Yeah.
It was kind of...
For this particular map, it could be a good idea because at that point you won't be threatened by the triplicate in this particular map. So it's okay to put your stuff there. But the thing is, once the attacker found you are in that spot, attackers can attack from both sides and put you into that situation, and then you are really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, see that?
Yeah,
see
some
that
pictures. Like one of the things, like you are the designer, level designer in this game. Can you explain the decision making behind putting a lot of obstacles between the in front of the points? Like we have
around
2
the
towers.
capital point?
Yeah, we have. You see, we have 2 towers just in front of. So all the trebuchet strikes, they can actually be landed on A point.
Yeah, the thing of those things, we put that into map most time for 2 different kind of consideration. One is that we consider about the gameplay. We want sometimes to have some cover, around the capture point, so that you can against the traffic play. The different kind of consideration is like we knew this map like from the history.
I'm sorry for interrupting you, Lance, but something is growing here. So
Yeah,
attackers
yeah.
actually regroup. They're actually trying to push out the defenders from this area. And man, maybe we'll see then actually capturing that. They have a lot of critical mass over there. I'm not sure if the Iron Reapers of the defending force is going to be enough, but they are getting a good flanking attack to those approaching units from the attacking side. And man, this is the killing. This is what we are playing these games for. We want to see the bloodshed. We would not only want to see these strategical moves and tactics, but also gorgeous, spectacular visuals of
Yeah.
big, sweaty, sexy boys killing each other. What do you think of that, eh?
Yeah, that's a good one.
All right, so yeah, man. But
Iron Reaper.
Iron Reapers are ripping them apart.
Yeah.
I'm very creative. Yeah, Iron Reapers ripping apart. I need to write new lines here. Okay, so nevertheless, we have pikeman units there placed, waiting for their doom. They know that they are not going to be able to defend it by themselves. There is a lot of units coming from behind, some crossbowmen, and finally, actually, do the attackers planning on retreating? Yes or not?
Yeah,
What do you think?
they're retreating.
So that was a good defense again, and I see a lot of artillery that has been actually targeting this area from the defending side. So they saw a lot of units being massed around this point. And actually, from my personal point of view, people, to all the viewers, I think that attackers made a mistake here. You see, they actually put too much pressure, too much units into capturing this point, and they sent all the stuff that they had into that A point.
Yep.
And they didn't think much about how to surround and destroy ranged units around.
Yep.
Maybe it would be a better idea to first clean up around the point,
clean
and
up
only
around.
then sending some cheap units in the middle just to capture it.
Yep.
But they just thought, okay, we have muscles and we're gonna be breaking from one point again and again. And I see, I don't know, like attackers. Which team is that?
Attacker will be the...
Team Valorant or Taiwanese team?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we're gonna check. We're gonna check out that in the morning. In the morning. next morning, I will tell you about that. Right.
Yeah.
So, actually, they're playing with muscles, and they're just throwing more and more units to the same place. And I feel like it's becoming very, very comfortable for the opposing side
Yeah.
to the defending side, because attackers are being predictable, very predictable.
Yeah. They're trying to break the line with numbers, but number won't solve all the problem because they are facing the artillery. If you don't deal with those kind of artillery, those artillery will make you pay the price.
Krath, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna discuss that with the team. So tomorrow's stream, I believe we'll see flags in front of the clans, because viewers are saying, can you show the flanks or just write Korea, Taiwan on the over there?
Yeah, maybe
It's a
we
good
can do
idea.
that. Yeah,
because
that's
people
a
want
great
to cheer
idea.
for their favorites.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Yeah. So basically, yeah. For those of you people, I'm sure that there are a lot of true men play strategy, right? They don't play this reactive, shooty, runny, do games. So you people commanding your own armies, you remember that you don't send all the stuff that you have in one point. No, it's finished. I'm afraid it's being, actually it was finished long ago.
Yeah.
Here defenders actually figured out the simple plan of the attackers, just to push again and again and try to break the defending side.
Yeah,
but
they were too focused on the A point.
But the defenders had all the angles for their ranged units, so they could fire there with ease. So we have the defending side was Valorant from Thailand, right?
Yeah, I believe.
And Taiwanese team actually failed to conquer the city.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, actually, I think that this is a very demonstrative. People, again, in every game, we can actually get to the statistics, and then I'd like to address a couple of issues.
The post game analysis.
Yeah, how about the weapon choice? Like
The weapon
the
choice?
previous game, that was something. I haven't seen a single Nodachi sword. Here I see the first one.
Yeah, that's the problem that we are fixing. The Notachi is not good enough to begin the tournament.
What you said? If I will Nodachi, I crush them all. I don't need the team. Just throw me into the battlefield, right?
We are buffing Notachi so that I hope that we can see Notachi in the next tournament. That's the
Yeah,
reason.
so
why we
here it
separate.
is. So first, actually, the attackers tried to get from the northern part of the map,
Yep.
and then after that, they actually lost some troops on the northern part of the map,
Yep.
and they started pouring again and again from the same side. And at some point, I believe that the defenders got too comfortable with
Yep.
understanding the battle plan of the opponents.
Yeah, yeah. See that all the attackers are just throwing themselves into the A point, and that
Yeah.
became
Yeah.
useless.
Yeah, yeah.
you know, after
If
the
if
game.
if teams are communicating, if they have a good hierarchy of command
Yeah.
and they are communicating between each other,
Yep.
they can actually have that thing figured out, right?
Yep.
And you know, like when you are playing some games, grand strategy games, when you command like Total War,
Yeah.
so you control those, and you realize that you place your ranged units to different parts. You don't blow them all together.
Yeah. Yes.
And you make it so difficult for the opposing team to destroy those.
Yep.
But from other side, if you're attacking, we are giving some
Like giving-
magic. You didn't see that.
Yep.
So from the other side, where when you're attacking, you also, one of the strategies is to fake out some attacks, fake
Yep.
out some moves, like make them believe, the defender should believe that we're going to this direction,
yeah,
then we
yeah, yeah.
change and we do something unpredictable.
Yeah.
And in this situation, I think that that would be very crucial for us in the future upcoming tournaments, is to have a camera that could help us to see pockets
like
of different units from above,
Yeah.
and we could see, okay, these are archers, they are aiming to that area, and we could actually analyze how to take them out.
Yeah, that's a
And
good
this
idea.
is what was lacking in the attacking team. They didn't try to figure out what is actually dealing the damage.
Yeah. They are just like grouping together and they fight together and they go into the A point, and that won't be the winning strategy. One thing that I see in the last game is like you have a goal on the flank, which is a supply point. If you can break the wall, break the gate, and you go through that gate directly into that supply point,
Yeah.
get that supply point, build artillery there. That will be a great strategy there. You know, you can have that as a standing point and fight back to the A point. That
Yeah,
will be
actually, one of the main things here that I want to stress out as someone who's been participating in too many championships to mention,
Yep.
winning even more, creating metaphor games,
great. Yeah. I think-
being the man, you know.
Yeah.
I gotta say that this game has no figured meta yet. Because there are too many factors to figure out in this game about the units, about the strategies, about the synergy between the units. So haters gonna hate, people gonna be complaining about the balance. But I believe people, and don't blame me for that, we haven't seen the best plays just yet.
Yeah.
More players going to be participating in our competitions. The level is going to rise, and we'll see some crazy stuff when underpowered units, when strategies, when attackers going to become the best option.
Yep.
It just takes a good commander, and it takes organization, and it takes great players, great minds, and this is what the Conqueror's Blade is for here. Morgengrad is here for you to comment. Dev team here represented by Lance.
Yeah.
I'm very bad with pronouncing.
No, it's okay, man.
Yeah. So, people, if you have any questions to Lance about the development of the game, this is the right moment to ask.
Yeah. And we are
Можете
reading-
задавать любые вопросы, какие вас вообще интересуют по игре, по балансу. Он все равно ничего не ответит, всегда будет говорить, not disclosure, ну, сами понимаете, да? Но, тем не менее, мы можем постараться. So, people, if you've got any questions, Twitch,
Yep.
доу не якайсойся.
I see. I'm seeing that.
All right, so we have the next
we
match
have-
is coming, and we see the table, right?
The match result there, that was.
Can you take on that for a moment? I'm going to talk to Jessica very quickly.
Yeah. We can see that the first game was like Korea was Valorant. The Korea team Avenger win the game, and the second game 大拇 vs 瓦多林地骑士团 瓦多林地其实 win the game. I mean, to be honest, all the games so far, the defenders win the game. So that was a little bit, awkward for me because I'm the level balance man. It's like, oh, why defenders always win? So I'm a little bit worried about that. I'm trying to make the map balance, but the thing is, it's like there's no 50-50 balance in the game for sure. So I'm working on that. I'm trying to fix those things for sure. The next game that we are going to see will be the Korean team versus 瓦多林地骑士团, and we will see that very soon. Let's see the read comments. Do you guys have any question or advice for us? Yeah, the defenders always win so far in this tournament. So that's the thing I'm a little bit worried about. Yeah, that's one thing that we are considering. We are figuring out a way to make the defender not that powerful. Like we can limit the artillery deployed in the defender during the match mode. That may be one result or one solution. We are really considering that. In fact, we are even figure out the number. Like maybe defender.
Remove the cigarette here.
What?
We're building sportsmanship here. Nobody's desk stinks here.
What? Man?
Jessica, fire him.
No. Yeah, let's see if defender will win all the match today. If the defender win all the matches today, then I'm definitely in trouble, man. So I'm hoping we can see.
Yeah, I just talked to your boss. He's about to fire you.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can see some attackers.
No, it's decided. Forget about it. Just relax. You want some drink? I've got some vodka here.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh, okay.
I'm cool. I'm cool.
I see that.
I'm cool, man.
All right, so we've got the next match that is going to be against Team Korea. They haven't lost a game yet.
They haven't lost a game. As I said, Korean people are crazy. They are really taking the tournament seriously. They always be trained by.
How about to rename the tournament like Conqueror's Blade Season 2 House Invitational Tournament? Korea is crazy.
Oh man.
You like the idea?
The game is not over yet. The whole tournament is not over yet.
Yeah. We have a lot of stuff to see.
We
haven't seen teams from Hong Kong yet, from Vietnam, Japanese, man. And we have another Taiwanese team, right? We have two teams from Taiwan. So yeah, we have a lot of stuff to watch. Yeah. So okay, man, tell me more about the upcoming DLC and season. Maybe you could, a little bit.
I'm thinking about what can I say and what I cannot say. Well, remember the league that I remember you a little bit before? The tournament that we
I sold it to the media already.
No, the tournament that we are participated in the last time, we were played in the Harbor City, and we were played in the defender side. And our strategy was we do not defend the wall. We go like 10% out of the wall, and we go outside. We try to kill the attackers as many as we could. And we use a lot of cavalry in that season. Yeah. But the thing is, once we have like a 10% out of the wall, once the attacker saw that, they immediately use the Iron Reaper, use the lasers in the east of that map, and they climbing onto the wall, and we couldn't defend them. So that's how we lost.
Actually, those were some tactical decisions made by the attackers to invest into cavalry, attack the sieging camp, and then the attackers saw that, they brought heavy infantry and captured the walls.
Yeah, exactly.
So this is the beauty, you see? Yeah. This is the beauty of the game. So please don't remove the option of attacking the supply. Because that brings much more
much more fun.
interesting factors and stuff. All right, so we have Team Blue defending. Will be switching colors, I'm afraid.
I will say there won't be any color switching problem.
Yeah, so here one of the players tried to operate, and again, like immediately there is some damage being dealt to the towers. No, these people are not messing around. Huh? They don't like towers. They know that they're dangerous because as soon as you place the tower next to the wall, it becomes indestructible, right?
Yeah.
You cannot destroy the tower anymore.
Yeah.
All right. So team. Let me check the mini map. Can we again?
Can we
increase the size of the
mini
minimap?
map? Like you can press the plus sign.
Yeah, and
key.
the operator is very lazy, by the way. You see, camera is not moving. We're watching to
Don't
nothing.
blame him, man. It's like oh, by the way, this map is the first show of this map for the tournament. Previously, we don't have this map in the tournament mode.
This is a new map, or it's just newly introduced to tournaments?
It's just new introduced to tournament because we have to balance the team, balance the map enough that we feel confident to put that into the tournament.
Yeah.
Because we don't really want to like totally unbalanced map in the tournament side.
You know, like I see now that the attacking team is trying to push from all sides again, and again they are taking damage from all these cannons or these artillery pieces.
Yeah.
Towers going down. I don't know. Maybe that would be a good idea just to skip the tower parts at all because they are losing time. How about climbing ladders and just trying something?
That will be
new?
a really risky move, so you need to consider that carefully because it's like it's like all in. Like if you lost that later combat, you will lose of a lot of your important units. So it's like.
I guess I figured out some. There is a shared cooldown to trebuchet strikes. Once one player used trebuchet, other cannot use it, right?
Yeah, there
How
will
about
be 20 seconds.
how about placing some mortars on the attacking side and sending three players to place ladders on the open part of the wall.
Oh,
So
I
look,
see what you- okay.
then they climb, and artillery mortars should not let the defenders to get to that area. So you give some time to climbing units to gather critical mass covered by artillery, and then you can actually start moving the tower because this area is already yours, and the tower has no fire incoming.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
That's
we'll
the
see.
one strategy. Let's see.
Okay, actually, we see the attacking side being able to climb the wall on the around the B. Can we see the point B now? The most action is going on B.
Yeah. This
B-
map is a huge map, you know. The first attack is happened between A and B, so you know it's a little bit hard for the cameraman to find the right position.
Yeah, maybe free look would be much better in this situation. All right, so here we are next to camera A. Some Iron Reapers from the attacking side do not dare to actually engage. Nice flanking attack with the swordsman, but Iron Reapers are there to just destroy them. Actually, yeah. Okay, another
that's a good
unit's
combo.
coming, and now the trebuchet actually missing every single shot, dealing no damage whatsoever.
Yeah. That was
That's quite unfortunate.
yeah.
So 2 units being lost, and most importantly, the precious time have been lost. This is something that we cannot return. So some basic units are trying to climb the wall. I see some peasants running, dying like a peasant under the wall.
Yeah.
You deserve that, peasant! All right, so, and the pikemen are trying to... Actually, they're just rotating, trying to see where the attacker is coming from. And yeah, this far, again, we see the game running under the control of the defending side. But this game is much more close than the previous one, you know? I feel like there is a little bit more unpredictability in the attacking and sieging side here.
Oh, see that? That's a nice That's a nice combo. But when they see those Imperial guards use their advanced skill, they immediately attacker use that the chip units,
Yeah.
come from the back and trying to break the line.
Oh, but congratulations to the attacking side. They've been actually able to clean up this section of the and I don't know how much infantry should come to rescue for the defending team to clean up this. Not much, I guess, but yeah, there was some local success there. Let's see if the attacker is going to capitalize on that, because that is something to use. It's actually point A, I believe, right?
Yeah. I mean, attackers are trying to put pressure on both sides, both A side and B side, and that is a really dangerous and really difficult move, because if you done that not correctly, then you will lose a lot of time and a lot of power, a lot of units. It's like it's kind of gambling, man. Whoa.
Can we during the observer mode, can you just see the game from the perspective of players, how they use skills, how they?
We can go with observer. Observer with a character, but you cannot see how they control the units, but we can see around the
How
player.
about I've got an idea, my friend.
Oh wait! See that? They're climbing the ladder.
All right, so
gripping
attackers
together.
actually realize that this is if not now,
They're
it's
taking
never.
control A.
Okay,
They're
but there is a small regiment of units being just crushed there.
See that do
They just
stuff?
stuck all the units in one point, right?
Yeah.
All right,
They
so
found the trend. They break the line. They are
that's good.
getting into
And
A.
those little shield wielding units from the
whoa.
defender side is not going to help them.
Yep.
And now they're actually climbing the walls and they're actually capturing the
That-
point. Man, that's a beautiful play.
The defenders are losing their mind. They're like hurry.
You think
they
they're
don't know what they
panicking?
do.
Do you think that
Yeah, they're panicking.
they
They're
thought that it's
panicking.
everything under control, but
Yeah.
it's not?
Attacker got A.
Yeah, they got A.
They did it.
That's a thing to celebrate, my friend.
Yeah, man.
That's the spirit.
Yeah, I feel much safer now.
You show them all.
Yeah.
All right, so what do you think would be the next point?
The next point definitely will be the supply point. Need to be
You think the one to the east, northeast, or
both
to
of them.
west?
Both of them need to be captured before going to the next thing, because the supply point are really the point that you can recover your units and that you can get the new units into there and you can rearrange your strategy. That's really the thing that can make the game change.
Yeah,
And
I see that.
the-
So
yeah.
the defenders know that, and they're actually now stacking some pikemen, but they see that attackers, they have something else on their mind. They
Yeah.
see that they are trying to rush to point B and be faster, quicker than the defending side on capturing that and defending that. So here is a preventive strike. I don't know. This was probably a mistake here. You see, one of the players actually panicked, so he called for trebuchet strike for nothing.
Yeah,
He was like, "Oh, come on, we cannot do that," and he actually wasted it.
that
So
made a mistake.
Yeah, it is a mistake, but we are not here to blame because there's a lot of pressure, a lot of stuff going on in the team chat,
You got B.
the voice chat. Yeah, they got B. That's the thing.
Congratulations.
And now you see that they are rotating. They have their own stuff. They are now will be trying to get the supply point that you mentioned, because they know that most of their units need some healing, and they have received a lot of damage. So they have 7 minutes, and they totally deserve this 7 minutes. This is something that they fought for, and these 7 minutes they have to capitalize on. So some cavalry. Yeah, man. This particular map is really good for cavalry, and I think that even if you're fighting within the walls, this map has a lot of
Long pass.
passages.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we see here? So we've basically got not much hero skilling going on, but people are mostly aiming of killing the units, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Fontana 0 kills. Who's the main? Who's the boss here? Like, I mean, like
Ooh.
the MVP. Can you predict the MVP looking by
I
that?
believe I don't know the MVPs, but I do know the leader of each group. The leader of the Korean team is the Korean Guan Yu. That is the best player or best Korean player for over Asia. It's a specific.
Can we get
server.
back to the statistic? It was very good. We see the map, and we can actually talk about the. We can see
You want to see
everything.
the whole map? You want to see the whole map?
Yeah, I mean like that's that screen that we had a moment ago.
You mean this one, or you
Yeah,
mean
we
the
were gonna
new
get
map?
to that later, no problem.
Okay.
So one of the clashes, like you see, how would you describe the balance between sword units and pike units in siege battles?
The thing is, pack units have two functions. You can either use them to defend a specific point, or you can use them with the long sword, sword and shield man trying to attack or take over some of the point. And the sword shield infantry, for me, in my opinion, is like they are specific being used for a specific tactic. It's like you want against with the range units. You don't want your units being hurt by the arrow. Then you use those units, or you can use javelins. Javelins can also throw javelins in a distance. Can make those things. Oh, what they are seeing here? They are trying to capture this supply point. They're trying hard, but the thing is, the crossbow man with tower shield, those guys, they are great with this kind of combat. That they can recover their armor, and they can shoot from the distance to prevent the attacks get into the
Yeah,
wall.
absolutely. And
Yeah.
now actually defenders are
Whoa,
still.
whoa. They're using the
holding.
artillery. They're
Yeah,
trying
they-
to use the artillery to
Yeah.
break the defense of that supply
All right,
point.
so here we are again. So
Yeah.
the defenders are massing around the supply points because they know that this is probably the key thing. One of the things that the attackers may dare to do is to flank. And actually, I don't know, I see very straightforward thinking over there. Why no one tries to secretly capture the supply point on the right? It only
right,
takes
yeah.
1-2 heroes to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe just win time with some units. That would be a good. And then you could flank the C point
Yeah,
from
yeah,
behind,
exactly.
as many players do, right? So there
Exactly.
are a lot of strategies, and we see these frontal engagements here. Like I really loved how the attackers, Korean attackers, being acting in the early stage of the siege, but now they are just so focused on attacking that
That
little
supply point.
Yeah, that point, supply point. But they actually are not.
They get into that too far. They
Yeah,
spend too much
yeah,
time and
yeah,
too
yeah,
much
yeah.
effort on
Yeah.
that supply point.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe
like-
they need to try something new now because
Yeah.
the time is running out. And
Time is running out. You have to figure it out.
yeah.
It's like
All right, so some swordsmen are coming to reinforce their brethren to the supply point, and yeah, again we see the fight all around that supply point. Oh yeah, I love this moving camera. This is very good. At least we can react and see some stuff. So some more artillery. I don't know if that would be a good idea to capture the wall right over there, just to send some ranged units over there.
Yeah, you can definitely do that, and also that may put yourself into a dangerous place because of the cannon, because of the artillery. So more common strategy is like you as a hero, you go there and build an artillery.
Again,
there.
man, you see the attackers, the Koreans, they are
They're
massing
capturing this.
all heroes on that point.
They're using all of their power trying to get this
Yeah,
supply point.
yeah. And
But the time,
yeah, it's only 2 minutes, and I don't know. Like, if they have, basically, if they, for example, have only melee troops attacking them, and they are capturing this point, then yeah, it's a good idea to stack all together. But when you're receiving so much damage from artillery,
yeah.
I don't know whether it was efficient enough. But nevertheless, they captured the supply point. Now they can regroup, they can gather their other units, and maybe we will see how they're going to approach capturing point C. But I'm afraid there's going to be only one attack because we have a bit less than 100 seconds left.
Yeah.
And oh, baby, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah. They spend too much time on the supply point, and the defender still can build up the defense at the point C. Or they are using a mix up of tower shield man and the massacre. Let's see will that work. Where's the triplicate? Where's the triplicate attack? They definitely need that to take over.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
C4.
The
Here it comes.
the defenders are deploying some artillery mortars. I see that mortar is one of the most popular.
Yeah, most popular and most powerful and the most we are considering to nerf things in the game for now because it's like it's just good. It's just so good that everybody uses it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That
Oh,
man.
man.
No, it wasn't bad actually. They may actually get it.
They may
Just
actually get
make
it.
sure that they won't receive enough damage. But
But
Oh,
defender
man.
heroes keep coming in and they
they have a lot of ranged firepower over there. You know.
See that spear hero? See that spear
Yeah,
hero?
yeah,
in the
yeah, yeah.
back?
He just jumped there like I'm gonna mess you up.
Yeah. Whoa, see those cannons, see those artilleries.
Да, настроились из артиллерии.
They need to throw the triplicate into those artilleries.
Yeah, that would be a big one because
Yeah.
actually they place the artillery pieces on the open, so that would be a really good treatment for them.
Yeah.
But
That was a
nevertheless,
good game.
we've got
Oh,
we've got
GG.
the winner in this game.
Yeah. Got the 瓦多林地骑士们 win the game. The Korea they have lost the first game tonight.
All right, so let's talk about the weapons that teams brought.
Yep.
So defenders are on the left, blue team, right, and the right team is attackers.
Yeah.
So again, actually, I can see a slightly different approach from the Korean team compared to others. Like they are mixing swords, shields with mauls, and only four ranged weapons. But again, you know, like you mentioned that you are about to nerf the longbow,
Yeah.
but we almost never see the longbow. So the players don't feel like it's worth taking during the sieges. Why do you think so?
It's like this. The longbow hero, we don't really want to nerf all the ability of it. It's like not with simple cut 1% or 10% of its damage. We want to make the mechanics more flexible.
Okay, I got it. So it's just change it, not to
Yeah,
nerf it.
we even increase the damage that they can
All right.
deal with.
That's great. So let's see how it was going. So the attackers decided to go to B first, then to the south of A, lost a lot of troops. Actually, it cost them so much. Then there was a good engagement at B, right? They killed pretty many at 4 minutes mark.
Yep,
Then 6 minute mark, there was another engagement to the north of A.
yep.
8 minutes mark, they're trying to climb the walls between the points up to the supply. A big fight at 10 minutes mark. A has been captured now, and yeah, another fight and point 13. And yeah, man, we can see this pattern, you know, like units, the commanders of both teams,
Yep.
they're trying to read each other, but at the same time, the Korean team was much more unpredictable at the beginning of the match, as not as so much in the second
Yeah.
half.
It's like always have a slow start, and you know, in the middle of the whole map, in the whole game, then there will be like an epic battle. You know. so
One
there.
or here we had at least 3 epic battles.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
there are
hero
3
death, 30 dead heroes from the attacking side, 22 fallen heroes from the defending side. Can you
Yep.
comment on that?
I will say, remember that they have put a lot of effort into the supply point, the attackers.
Yeah, yeah.
During that part, they lost a lot of heroes and units. That's the thing that I will call that a misplay or like a misplan.
Like another thing that I want to emphasize on is the artillery destroyed numbers. You see that artillery pieces destroyed on the by the
Attacker?
I think that
The red one are the
oh,
attackers.
the red team destroyed 45 artillery pieces, right?
Yeah.
And the defenders 19. So is that a common thing, or is just because of how the teams played when attackers destroying more artillery?
Yep. Yep. I would say that artillery destroyed by attacker are like way more larger or more than a defender because we pre-deployed a lot of artilleries on the wall. When the attacker capture the wall, they will clean up, or even before that, they will clean up all the artillery on the wall. So that's the reason why they, they get a lot of artillery destroyed.
Excuse me, mate.
Yep.
We've got a question from
You got
Twitch.
a question? Mm-hmm.
There is a young, promising man
Yeah.
asking
Mm-hmm.
how to win as an attacker. And I have to say something to him.
You'll say first.
I have to say something.
You'll say
to
first.
that. To win as attacker, you have to be smarter.
Yeah.
You have to be stronger.
Yeah.
You have to be better. You have to be thinking out of the box. You have to be so unpredictable. You have to be so groundbreaking awesome. No one can read your mind. You gotta think out of the box. Like these people in Booming Games do. They're working hard every day, bringing all the creativity of from their hearts, from their minds, and giving it all to you. So we could enjoy Conqueror's Blade, Home Invitational.
Yeah.
And I'm here, Morgengrad, is to enjoy and share this with you. So no need asking me questions. How to win as an attacker? Be better!
Yeah.
Get better!
Get better.
Get better!
And also we're gonna do the stuff to improve the balance stuff. We are really considering this kind of a thing that the defender always gets some previous advantage just because you are defender. We are really considering about that, are trying to put a limited on defender. But for now, if you ask me how do attacker win, I will say for each map you have to find which is the best plan, the best strategy, and you plan for that strategy, and you found the next strategy around that. You can call it the B plan, and you change slowly between two plans. If you can apply those very wisely to your team, you need to be trained hard, then you will find a way win the map.
Yeah, actually, I understand people why it may seem that attackers are in disadvantage, and maybe they are, actually. Man, there is no perfect balance even in chess, and I'm sure that the team is trying to do that, and these tournaments actually help to find these points of what should be balanced, changed. But trust me when I say, my friend, this is not like the top place of top plays that we'll see in the near future. And if we're taking the point of the last game, like how it happened, like one of the tactical advices there would probably to capture the supply point in the east, because at some point Korean team was controlling the pace of the game. They captured point A, point B, and trust me, it's not easy psychologically. You're like, we are defending and we're losing, and people start panicking, they start losing their control. So the Korean team could go forward and be even more unpredictable and try to capture that point in the other side while doing nothing and only tanking damage in their front line. So it's absolutely like that. As Laz said, we just need to take every map and look at it particularly. And the units that people bring
have to be special.
You have right units for right
Plan.
task, for right plan. So, man, you cannot just come from Dota and win this game, all right? There is no guide. You cannot go to howtowindota.com and download all the builds, You don't do that.
The thing is, I feel like we ask too much for the attacker. Oh, cool, we have a new game. We have a new game and a new map.
All right.
And that will be
Cool.
the last game of tonight.
This is actually one of the tiniest maps, one of the smallest maps, I believe. Like it's
A
very
really special
straightforward one. Maybe
yeah.
this one actually would be fitting the play style of some teams. So we'll see. So could you introduce the teams? We are already familiar with them.
Yeah, I believe that the attacker will be the 大母 team, which is the Chinese team, and the defender
Valorant.
Valorant.
Yeah, they came from Valorant, from the new game.
Yeah, but I'm not sure because I cannot see their name on top of their UI because I am not 100% sure now.
Have you played Valorant, by the way?
No, not yet.
No,
Because
don't play it. It's garbage.
Whoa, whoa, man. Yeah. Okay, man, good. You just need to, taking care of those things very carefully. And let's see their reply. The defender are using a lot of Iron Reaper, and the crossbowman taking control of the main tower.
Neferin, you are absolutely correct, my friend. This is tournament and should be perfectly balanced. And this is one of the things that is going to be changed. We are going to have two series best of 3, right?
Yeah.
In semifinals. So each team would have both
They were-
attacking side and defending side. And for the future tournaments, I promise you, my friend, we'll figure it smoothly, perfectly
Yeah.
out.
We're definitely doing more iteration and trying to improve the game again and again. And for the semi-final, both teams are playing with the same map, one attacker, one defender, and switch side. So we can see how they perform in the same map with the different.
I see some very, very active start from the attacking side. Is that Team Valorant attacking or?
Team, I believe, I'm guessing. I'm just guessing. Team Damu.
We could play. We can actually open tab menu, right? Can we press a tab?
Yeah, we can press some tab. We can call up the tab menu and see who is attacking and who is defending. And that
Can we press tab?
Tab. Yep. And that is one thing that we want to improve in later of the game. It's like we want to see who is attacking directly on the screen.
Yeah. So Team Valorant is attacking and
Team Damu is defending. All right.
yeah.
You see that?
All right, that's cool. So the weapons of choice for Damu is 2 bows,
Yep.
dagger, dual daggers,
You see
1
those
poleaxe, small.
Yeah, those icons are the units icon. You can see how they choose units
Yeah,
in
yeah,
there.
yeah. I was just looking at the weapons that they chose.
We get a lot of information in
Yeah,
UI.
maybe we could play with tab for longer time. It gives
Yeah.
much information. Tab
Yeah.
for longer time. Can we do that?
Yeah. Type again.
The left siege tower
All
has
right.
been destroyed.
All right. So
The right siege tower
actually, now attackers are taking some pause, waiting beneath the gates, the walls. I'm not sure if probably trying to regroup at this moment. And oh, people, look at how the defenders approaching defending their gate. So we have a line of pikemen, then there is another pikeman, I believe, or spearmen, plus some powder units. Yeah, these people are preparing. And what I like while I'm looking at the attacking side at Team Valorant at this moment is that they're not rushing. They're not throwing their units one by one and letting them die meaninglessly. So they are trying to organize them into small groups. They're, as you see, they're placing their units behind these wooden shields that are there on the map to defend from archers and any ranged fire.
Yep.
And here it comes, the next tower. Let's see if it will have enough time to get to the wall or not. But I wouldn't actually hope for that. And now we immediately see this huge rush from the gate
Oh, there
into
comes through the main
the
gate.
passage, and there is a ballista. There is all the hell coming into the attackers.
Lots
side, right?
of massacre.
That's some phosphorus, or what was that thing? So 2 powder units now shooting from both sides, dealing some damage, and oh man, I like the way how the defenders organizing here.
Yeah, see, they are really organized with the line of formation. They know which part is like battle in front line and which part is
But
battle.
again,
back
it's
line.
very predictable. There is only one way where the enemy is coming from, so it's very easy to set up an ambush. So, yeah.
Oh,
So-
they are capturing B. The attacker are capturing B. I see that in a second on the UI.
I don't know. I wouldn't be so excited, to be honest, because I think that there is only 1 or 2 isolated heroes over there. Let's hope that there is something that's gonna grow into anything bigger.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there
Alright,
anything
so yeah,
happening
we
in
have
B?
2 dead heroes for the attackers. They're replenishing, all using mortars, the same artillery, but for the defenders who chose some cannons as well.
Yep.
Okay, so B, maybe they can actually do that.
Yeah,
Like,
they put a lot of effort.
they
into
need
that.
to shut down those artillery units, like maybe sending some swordsmen forward, just not to let those artillery pieces to be deployed.
Yep.
Well, yeah, it's...
The thing is, defenders are really smart. They are not put their units into. Oh,
Yes,
whoa, whoa, whoa!
You see, they
You
are
see?
actually organizing into 2 groups,
Yep.
and while the defenders thinking that the attacker is going to be just,
Yeah.
Team Valorant is going to be just
Yeah. Point B was a trap.
attacking one, yeah.
Yeah.
They actually separated and got almost captured 2 points. So that is something spectacular over
Whoa,
there.
whoa, whoa, whoa!
Buff
See that
coming.
skill? The advance from the Imperial Guard always be a good sign in the combat. Whoa. Whoa.
All right, so I see some basic infantry being thrown to the point A from the defending side, and I feel like they are becoming a little bit desperate over there. I'm not sure if whether it's worth it throwing the away. Maybe they should just regroup and retreat and not
Yeah.
to.
Oh, they got the A. Thing is,
Yeah.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
And actually now on this map, that means that the attacking side can proceed and rush to the camp, to the final camp.
Yeah, if they want to. That's a big feature of this map. The thing is there any predicted defending tropes on the cap? If there's no, oh, see that?
Yeah.
The camp is already being captured a little bit.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, see those.
So yeah, that's exactly what they did. They just realized that they don't need the supply camp.
Yeah, could we see the camp? Could we see the camp? They are fighting in the camp.
Yeah, there is a big fight coming into the.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Whoa, see.
Oh man, this is the move. This is the last
The
game that
rush,
we wanted to see.
the rush
yeah,
attack.
Yeah. And actually, if they are going to be able to block one passage from above and that one from the left, from the east side,
Yep.
then actually can slow down the defenders from reinforcing this area. And actually, I don't really think that they are doing that. Unfortunately, attackers decided just to put all the units onto the point instead of defending and cutting off the defenders' paths of reinforcing. So very nice move with rushing to the final point.
Oh, they're getting
And
that. They're
they-
getting that.
But actually, yeah, they have some critical mass with the trebuchets and with Iron Reapers breaking the spirit of the defenders again. And man, this is getting close. This is something. And B, if it's B gonna be captured, that would grant 3 more units to the attacking side. And I think that the defenders are actually put out of the balance here.
Yeah, 7 minutes left.
Oh, baby, 7 minutes left. Pour me some champagne, mate. I'm gonna enjoy some slaughter here. So defenders are actually being able to destroy that small group of units. Can we see the tap again? I want to see how many units left on the attacking side. I'm afraid that the attacking side lost too many units.
Yep.
So let's check out the statistics.
The tab.
Yeah, tab if we can do.
The thing is like the defender successfully defended the last strike and they are standing on the wall. And here's the
Okay,
thing
thank
that
you.
how
So there are 730 units left for the attacking side, right?
they even have a lot.
Yeah, they still have half, so and they have plenty of time.
Yep. Ooh, so how to regroup? How to reunit as
Well,
as a
the
team?
attackers actually managed to capture the point on the left, the supply point, so now they can be attacking from both sides.
But if they split into 2 different forces. I'm not sure will they get into dangers like one splitted force are being.
It's very
Capture.
hard to judge because all the players are rotating continuously, and like it's commanders and officers' job to read the situation and to assign different troops to engage in different areas of the map. So
the initial plan of you, for example, coming from the east
Yeah.
can change very quickly, and you just decide to go from another side.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is that the defender stand on those lines stable, very very stable for now. They are not panicking anymore. And is there
Oh,
any?
that's some big shots then by the
Yeah.
by the
Is there a
artillery.
chance? Is there a chance for the attackers?
Oh, and actually defenders are losing lots of troops. They're actually being thrown into pocket. But the good thing is that these
Both sides.
advanced ability killed lots of attackers. So pikeman units are really strong. Like this is some very close game to spectate here.
Whoa, there's a cannon. There's not only one cannon, there are multiple different artilleries used by defender. Attacker must find someone and to get rid of those artilleries.
It's very difficult to place because you have to actually aim the trebuchet from the ground,
Yeah.
and the wall is so high you can't even actually aim it so easily. So you need a good spot to do that.
Yeah, or you can use like a sword shield hill, trying to destroy those.
Can you order artillery strikes through that control key with these Z key with strategical view?
No.
No. Yeah.
No. You can only interact with the siege weapon like siege tower with your control key.
Oh man, this is some desperate fight going on over there. Attackers actually lost almost all of their units in that fight,
Yeah.
and now
But
they,
the attacker have like 13 heroes alive for now. Instead, 13 hero alive, then the defender only have 10.
yeah, and one more has left us.
I see their strategy. Attack strategy are not about killing the units, they're killing the heroes. Once they kill the heroes get into the respawn time. If they are in respawn time, they are no longer can defend the camp.
You're a genius.
Yeah, if they kill enough of the heroes, they get there into the waiting time. And then
Who
all
would
the
have
attackers.
thought?
Whoa!
Oh man, but actually it seems like they're pouring some cheap units to defend their heroes, and actually we see
That's not
some
enough.
boxing
They
here.
have a attackers need some really good, expensive tier 5 units.
They have tier 5 unit behind. Is
yeah,
that
Did they spend all the armor? Oh, they spent all the armors.
3 minutes? Can they do that? Man, this is just yeah. Valorant is actually carrying the game despite all the odds.
Yeah, but
and they're-
defender, they successfully hold the line.
Yeah,
And
now-
that Imperial, that Iron Reaper will be a really important key for this map, for this game for now. That may be the last Iron Reaper during this game. So how to solve those will be a huge.
Is there any limit of how many artillery can you bring?
You can only bring one artillery per person, per use,
No,
or maybe 2.
I mean like if you die,
Uh-huh.
can you buy another one?
I don't think that you can deploy more than one artillery for each game in the tournament mode.
Okay.
If they can deploy 2, then maybe some mistake or bug that we need to fix. But
Yeah, so we see some falling heroes from both sides, and actually defenders being able, and you know what actually worries me a bit is that now attackers are becoming a bit desperate. They are throwing units one by one,
yeah,
unlike as we saw before. But here is the enforcements coming
here's
from the other side.
that
we
will
didn't
be the
see.
last strike. That will
And
be
I
the
take
last
my words
strike.
back. I was wrong. But would that be
Oh,
enough
see
to
that
kill-
down shield? They are blocking the final way. They're trying to block
Yeah,
the
but,
units.
but Iron Reapers
Iron
are just
Reapers
too strong, and they just crush all
will be the
waves.
king of this battle now.
Unfortunately, for the sake of all the low tier units, Battle Reapers were away.
Whoa.
But yeah, I really like how the Valorant they
But
blocked
they're
that
still working
passage.
hard. They're still working hard. Game is not ended. We still have 1 minute left. There's no good unit left for the attacker. But is there any way that they can do with the hero? They
Maybe
only
with,
have.
maybe with a good trebuchet strike that would clean up the rest of the Iron Reapers that could be possible, but we'll see. 45 seconds,
Yeah.
and we cannot see much what's going on the defending side, how much they've got to bring to the table.
Oh, but this combat
close.
just bringing some new idea about like what kind of new units that we could make in the future of the game. Like imagine at this time that you have like unlimited use unit of one single unit or something like that. Is like the special ability of this unit. You can use that over and over again. Then in the beginning of the game it won't be a huge thing, but in the late of the game you will get the advantage of that economy thing.
And there are definitely many things to consider after this tournament.
Yeah. Well, I guess
Well, congratulations. Congratulations
That was
to
really
our
close.
Chinese team, right?
yeah. The defender 大魔强骑军团 so they win and all the defender win the turn the match tonight and here is the game. We can see the team stats. 大魔 are performing really well and we can see the post battle analyze. Maybe we can see how the whole game goes during the whole game. Whoa.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
tense, really tense. Like
Yeah.
Valorant, heads off. They played very, very beautifully.
Yeah.
I really loved. Like one of the players in defending team, there was a dual dagger wielder.
Killed
killed
8
10.
men. Killed 10?
Yeah,
Whoa.
he killed 10 players. Can we get back to that point, to that screen?
Yeah, maybe later. I'm not
Maybe.
sure.
Are we recording this? Can we later rewatch it?
I guess so. I guess
Yeah,
so.
that's good.
I'm
So
not sure.
I'd
I've
like
asked
to. I'd like to
remember.
later see that.
Yep.
So yeah. So basically, the battle plan for Team Valorant was very successful. The only probably moment when they threw the game away was, well, they didn't have enough of Iron Reapers. You know.
Yeah.
You need 20.
Yeah. They may lost a lot of Iron Reapers during the fight at A and B. That's the reason why like they want to rush to the camp, but the Iron Reaper are slow. So a lot of Iron Reaper is like they cannot be there on time. So the front line be lost at the moment that the Iron Reaper came and the Iron Reaper lost. So it's like a like not a good group movement during the combat because of the speed of the units. But anyway, that was a good game.
Yeah, actually, attackers they really suffer from using.
They're
Iron
almost
Reapers.
there. They're almost there.
Yeah, but it takes too long to bring Iron Reapers from one point of the map to another
Yeah.
one. And if the defenders are smart enough, they're gonna cover their elite units, and there's gonna be fat surprise waiting you on the capture point.
Yeah.
Oh man, that
Oh,
was
man.
tense. That was tense.
Okay, let's back to. Let's see. That was the result of today. Unfortunately, all the defenders win. They work on a lot of effort, and they are the champion of the night.
I think that this is something to consider and to change as soon as possible. As some players mentioned, we
Yep.
are trying to make the game more and more competitive.
Yeah.
Even football has its rule changed from time to time, right? There is
Yeah,
no
yeah.
perfect balance, but
Yep.
especially with a game like this, when there are thousands of things to consider,
Oh,
we gotta do our best to.
Yeah. We have a
fix
team
that.
point of this group stage. We have 瓦多林地骑士团 win 2 point and the KR Korean Avenger win 2 point. They both win 2 times tonight. And 大魔强骑兵团 and Valorant, you know, the both team that we just saw, they just they're doing a great job. They win one game but not good enough. You know. So the two upper team will go next to the semifinal, and the other two team, I believe that because they lost, they will leave the tournament. And that was the game. That was the game. The tournament of the night. Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh,
baby.
baby.
Well, actually, you know, like few things that
Yep.
our viewers, people, thank you for following and to giving your feedbacks. We are aware of all of the stuff, and trust me, it's in our best interest to do and make this game as balanced as possible. Like some of the viewers, you see, they are saying that mortars are too powerful, and it's something that should be addressed.
Yep.
What do you think about that as a part of the balancing team?
We are definitely keep that in mind. We are considering how to balance all the artilleries in the siege map, all even all game mode. We're really considering to either nerf that or make different limited of that, because we don't want to see the game become a game that everybody is just building artillery and destroyed units from a very long distance, because now it's exciting and more. One thing that we definitely will do in the future, maybe not this season, but we definitely do that later. Definitely.
Yeah, so all the feedbacks during these tournaments, people, thank you for those. And let's say the world is a harsh place, you know?
Yeah.
It's not like everything is balanced. You don't get the best job just for nothing. It's not that easy, you know?
Yeah.
You don't win the games if you're attacker. Why would they think so, eh? You think life is fair? Life is not fair, but we're trying.
Yep.
We're trying to make the world much more beautiful,
Yep.
much more peaceful, and good place.
And as you can see, there were a couple of games that the attacker are very close to win the game. Very, very close.
Yeah, actually, Team Valorant,
Yeah.
I'm afraid that they actually not gonna be continuing this tournament.
Yeah.
But that was very spectacular, and
Yeah,
I
that
believe
was
that
good.
this is probably was one of the most spectacular, maybe the most memorizable game
Yep.
match during tonight.
Yep.
So it's not that we here can totally determine by one game who is the best team, because too many factors over there. And trust me, people, I'm sure that we'll see Team Valorant in future from Thailand
Yep.
many times. And what they showed us, they showed some good strategies, tactics, good unit compositions. And man, there were some sexy moves over there, you know? And I'm looking forward to see Team Valorant again. But congratulations to the winners of today's group stage.
Yep.
Tomorrow, it's gonna be a good day. It's
Yep.
gonna be very, very good one, because we have
We have the new teams come to the play, and we have a new, S3 content that I can say about that. New stuff. Keep on track on us.
yeah. And by the way, small treat, we're gonna shoot half of the balancing team.
Whoa.
Surprise! I was just told
Whoa,
about
whoa,
that.
Whoa.
You're not there. We still need you.
Yeah, I'm in charge
But
of
all
that.
your best friends are they're wasted. I'm sorry.
Man.
Just
Okay.
to motivate a bit.
Yeah. And still, I want to say thank you to all the audience.
Yeah, people, thank you very much. Booming Games with Conqueror's Blade. Morgengrad was here with you. So thank
Nice.
you and see you tomorrow. And ciao, Дзайдзен Сёнг Демон. Всем пока, на здоровье, будь здоров, обнимаю, поцелушки, люблю вас. And we'll see you tomorrow, people.
Yep. See you.
Give me that champagne.
city is under attack. Soldiers, rally to me.
Ready the siege engines. Let's raise this place to the ground.
Hold the gates. Their army won't stop until the battlements are awash with our blood.
Form ranks. Today we lay claim to the Conqueror's city. Stay sharp and leave none alive.
But our story will not end here. For your forefathers, for glory, and for all that you cherish, stand and defend this city.
There shall be no diplomacy,
No treaties.
no mercy.
We will have victory.
Or we will have death.